If anyone's there listening, I'm just muting for a few minutes while, if anyone's around, if anyone is around. But I'm here. I'm on a mission to find Constance. Sue has something to say, if anyone knows how to get a hold of her. Again, if anyone's listening, if anyone's around, I'm just waiting to see if anyone else is around to come on down. I'm looking for Constance. Sue has something to say. I hope she finds my live. Is there anyone out there? Okay, if you're in here, just give me a moment. I'm having some technical difficulties. I do not see comments right now, so just please bear with me. I can't seem to find the comments. Okay, people, please bear with me. I'm not able to see comments. It looks like somebody texted me that there are comments in chat, but for some reason I can't see them on my end. So if you just give me a moment to fix this, I don't know what the hell's going on here. Sheesh. I'll fix it. I'll figure this crap out. What in the hell is going on? Why can't I see anything? I'm trying to figure out what I'm doing wrong. Why can I not see any guests here? I see my own post, but not anyone else. Let's see. Why can I not see anyone? I have no idea what's going on here. Well, excuse me. How do I get out of this? If I end up accidentally hanging this up, I'll just start a new one. I can't seem to get back into the chat. I'm sorry, everyone. I don't know why. Oh, there we are. I see the comments now. Woo! Oh, there's a whole bunch of you. I'm so sorry. I don't know what happened. I got to go back. Oh, she's still on Ernie's. I was trying, the reason I'm here, I got a little irritated because I was trying to help. First, I went up for D-Boss because he was picking on her, or I thought she was getting, kind of bullied. And then I thought that was happening to all things in life. I was trying to help her, and then it ended up I was trying to help Constance because I feel like everyone was kind of jumping on her, and there was a little bit of problems with on the receiving end of comprehension, what she was trying to say. So I thought she could let it all out. Oh, hello, Hummingbird, Alicia, randomly Ash. Oh, I just lost my. Oh, there again. I'm sorry about the technical difficulties. Hi, Gator, October Baby, Rock and Robin, Magnum.com. Yeah, I don't know what I pressed. It's so weird, but I'm glad I figured it out. I can't believe she's still up there. She's really still on Ernie's panel. See, if somebody can get a message to her, I'd be happy to have her over here because I feel like I'm just shocked she's still there. I mean, I made a whole meal. I cooked a whole meal. Yeah, I felt like she was kind of getting ganged up on and couldn't get out what she was trying to say. And when she was trying to say it, people weren't comprehending. So, and then they would just attack her. So I got kicked off, I think, on purpose so that I couldn't help her. So it would be more people against her. You know what I'm saying? That's what I think, anyways. So I felt bad for her. I see you all now. Yes. Can you still hear me? Should I say put a 1 in chat? Because, everyone says that. Oh, there we go. Let's see. Can you guys oh, am I talking to nobody? Could you guys hear me when I was just talking? Or can you hear me now? Man, I hope you heard me the whole time. This sucks. I got to get with technology here. Can you put a 1 if you hear me? Or something? Or say yes or anything? To know I'm not talking to myself? Okay, let me see. Post a comment. Can you all hear me? Oh, okay, you do hear me. All right, sorry. Fair enough. Thanks for the text. I like when I get these text confirmations. It's helping me. I couldn't tell. All right, that's good. Good. Very good. Very good. So, you're talking to me? I'm not seeing any new comments after where I said, can you hear me? I'm not seeing new comments. What did I screw it up again? Let's see. Oh boy, I might need to get me a guest up here. Get me a guest to help me out. I'm not seeing any new comments, so what am I pressing here? Pissing myself off here. Are there any comments after where I wrote, can you hear me? Because I don't see any new comments. And I don't know what is going on with this. They were asking me to, StreamYard was trying to trick me. They said I was at my limit. I've only done a couple lives. I know they were kind of long, but I think they just wanted me to pay. Oh, there you are. Yep. Okay, good. Apparently a flower. Okay, you hear me. Thank you. Now I see everything. Stop. I hear you. How are you doing, Hummingbird? It's like they all just came through at once. That's weird. A flower caused trouble. Yeah, there was a little bit of trouble. Anyways, I thought Constance was being respectful with her points, and I've been on the other side, so I can look at this objectively. So it's like one person and what is it, 4 others against her. So I felt kind of bad for her. And then I got the boot. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't have the best day. I didn't have the best day. I actually had a little mini Sarah meltdown at the post office. But it's Christmas and a little hectic there. I'm not gonna lie, I picked up a box and I dropped it and it went everywhere. I mean, I had this huge box and stuff went everywhere. Everyone was looking at me. The lady told me to get out of line and redo it, and I'm not gonna lie, I did cry. All right, so I had to repackage it. The shipping was going to be astronomical, so I had to reconfigure everything, and they had already closed and locked the doors, but they ended up being nice afterwards, but I wasn't handling it too well. It was going to cost me, I think, like 100 and something crazy. I think they said 130 something to mail a box somewhere. So I was like, oh, hell no. So I repackaged it into 2 other boxes, but then I couldn't fit one thing in there, so I got a little upset about that, but I did the best I could. Yeah, I hope you're doing good. How about you, Gypsy? Rockin' Robin. I'm trying to figure out if this is like a riddle that I gotta figure out. Apparently, a flower caused trouble. I don't know what that means. Oh, I can guess. I think I can guess. I don't know if there's new comments. Yeah, the guitar is awesome. Oh, Judo, what's up? I don't like sleet and ice. You getting snow and sleet? I don't like driving in it. My tires kind of suck. I need to do some work on my van. I don't know if there's any more comments. It's like it keeps freezing. The last comment I see is Hummingbird. Thanks for asking. Are there any more comments after that? What is going on here? I never see it like this. Usually I see the comments moving. The last couple times it's been coming all in a bunch, so, I'm doing the best I can. Ashley, are you still in here? I think I heard earlier you were sick. I was going to ask you a question, but let's see. How do I get this to move? Dang thing. Oh, you were backstage. All right, let me try that again. I'm sorry. I will take your help. I do need help, apparently, obviously. Look at me. There seems to be some kind of a delay. Something weird's going on. All right, try that again. Let's see. Oh, hey, Jimmy. Hey, Leslie. All right, let's see. They are. I did it.
Hey, Sarah.
I'm having some difficulties. Well, it looks like it's delayed, but now I see people. Now I'm seeing the comments post. Hi, Sugar Pie. Got
Every
call.
time I come up, you see them.
Yeah, I was just like, what was happening is there was no comments at all. The time was going, and I'm like, is there anyone out there? And then I got a text that people were in the chat, and I saw nothing, and I had to press another couple buttons. But now it's actually moving like it should. So I don't know. Maybe it was my Wi-Fi.
Maybe so. I
Hi,
don't know.
Mama, too. Trying to
I'll
figure
drop
out.
back down if you want me to.
No, you can. It don't matter. You can hang out if you want for a moment.
What's going on over there?
So what happened was originally I was scrolling through. I saw that Ernie was live, and he was talking to, who was he originally talking to? I'm trying to think who he was talking. Oh, D-Boss on stage, right? And he was telling her to get a pen and to write down, because he was trying to teach her the difference between loving life and all things in life. Three, the one with the candle. And there was a mix up because those two names have been mixed up before. It's easy to make a mistake. But she was trying to explain, and you know what I mean? People just didn't understand each other, I think, is what happened. And then I heard him say, write Sarah on the board. And I'm like, Sarah, why is he saying that? And my name came up a couple times. So I was like, screw it. I'll take the link. What's going to happen? You know what I mean? And I went up and you know what I mean? I was like, did you ring? Did you call me? And I guess it was a different Sarah, but since I was already up there, I was there. I was going to help. First, I was going to help D-Boss because I thought, she was a little ganged up on. I kind of tend to go, when someone's ganged up on, I guess. And then all things in life was trying to make her point, so I was trying to help her a little bit. But then when Constance came in, she was kind of getting, I feel like, attacked. But she's not generally a welcome presence in there, I would say. You know what I mean? Are you there? Are you muted? Oh, you're muted. You must be doing something.
Yeah, I muted myself. I'm
Okay.
like, get a Diet Coke.
No, it's all
But
right. I was making sure I didn't do it.
yeah, Constance Sue is just like by her own self. Like she just speaks her mind, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. Well, she actually can comprehend and think. You know what I mean? And I was trying to help her with that because then she was starting to get ganged up on. But because I was helping her, I got the boot, I think.
of
So I was
course.
in backstage and I wrote a whole bunch of stuff backstage. And there was Benny was backstage too at one point because he had written a bunch of stuff. I think he left though because he wasn't let up. But I'm like, wait a minute, now they're all gonna, and it sounded like it when I waited back there for at least 15 minutes, 10, 15 minutes to see if he'd let me back up, but he didn't. So I think it was on purpose.
Yeah, he always kicks people backstage and then says, "Oh, they dropped."
No, because I wrote a whole bunch of stuff and I took screenshots to prove it. Okay, I got three different screenshots of everything I wrote. I was being respectful. I didn't say anything mean. I have people in there I like, you know what I mean? Just because I'm not in the Tigers doesn't mean I don't like some of the Tigers, you know what I mean? I'm
When are
trying to
you ever disrespectful, though?
I'm trying to break chat segregation right now. Okay, that's why I went on that chat. If someone doesn't like me in there, I can't help it. If they don't like me just because we're not a tiger, that's on them. I still like people in there. Just it doesn't matter if they're tigers to me. You know what I mean? There's
That's
still
the
people
same
in there I
thing with
like.
that's the same thing with multiple people, like Gypsy and you guys that used to mod for multiple people, and then the creators fight, and then you don't know where to go.
Yes, Rockin' Robin. He gave me the freaking boot, and I know he saw me because I wrote a whole bunch of stuff. You can't not see when you're writing back there. You know what I mean? He knows how to check it because it shows all the numbers every time you write something. But he was talking about Benny being backstage. You know what I mean? But
Or him and Bendy fighting or getting
no,
along.
Benny was just trying to get up there, I think, just for fun, like he did the other day.
Oh, I don't watch. Like I really don't watch any of them.
Well, the other
Um,
day there was a whole bunch of guests on there. There was like Benny, Rap, who else went up there? I don't know. You had like a bunch of different creators on there at different times. I don't know if it was yesterday or the day before. So I'm like, screw it. Oh, Constance, there she is. There you are. You get
I'm
to say
gonna
what the
drop
hell
so she can come up.
I'm
Okay.
like, you say what the hell you want now. Well, you can
I'm
come up.
gonna get.
You can either stay or come back. It's up to you.
Okay, it doesn't matter. I'm just walking to the store.
I'm going to put my link again if you want to come up because Constance Sue has something to say. You're going to say it, girl. Well, I tried to help you, Constance, but he kicked me off, obviously. I think I even might have put my Constance in my title. I wasn't being rude or anything. I'm trying to get along with people in all different chats. Oh, that's all right. I plugged mine and I'm on a cord right now too. Mine drained too. I wasn't liking what happened, but there's not. I mean, I sat in the backstage, Constance, and I kept writing and writing to let me back up. It was done on purpose so that you could get attacked. I think that's my thought. But that's all right. It's funny. I'm just glad you found it over here because I was like not liking it, and what I don't know if you just heard. It's like you're trying to say stuff, and every time you try to speak, two people at the same time just keep talking nonstop, and one yells at you. So it's like they're not comprehending what she was trying to say. So there was a lack of comprehension, number one, which was one of the main problems. So that's what I think, anyways. That's my take. I was trying to I didn't like anyone getting ganged up on. I originally went up because I felt like they were doing it to D-Boss, and then all things in life, and then I know you were gonna get it when you came up. That's why I wasn't gonna leave. It wasn't like I was talking much or being disrespectful. I just wanted to back people up if they, not feel all alone up there. Yeah, he interfered so much, and I noticed that, because I'm analyzing when I'm not talking. He kept yelling. There was no need. We're talking, so there's no reason to scream at us, and you can't comprehend what we're saying or stop to listen because you got two people yelling the whole time. Yeah, I think you would, knee pats. Hell yeah, I'm trying to break chat segregation. I tried. Hey, Jimbo, what's up? So Constance, I found Constance so she can have something to say, but she's gonna charge her phone a little. I know you don't. You're strong, obviously, because you don't give a crap. You say what you gotta say. But I wasn't gonna leave, and I didn't even know I was kicked. I was talking. Somebody texted me that I got kicked, and I'm like, huh? The hell? Gator, you walk into the store? Oh, Sugar
Yes.
Pie, Cracker Jack. I've been thinking about this nonstop, and the only person I know that would know is Mama T. I want to know what happened and if they're okay because they disappeared, or did they change their name?
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
she
pick
didn't.
it.
She didn't even know what she was talking about.
Hold on.
Hell is that? You all right, Gator? You get attacked?
Nevaeh's walk into the store with me. I'm muting myself.
Oh, okay. I just was making sure you're not getting attacked by a pack of wild dogs. That's what it sounds like. So yes, I agree, Constance. Every time, like, and two people that were assisting up there, not all of them. There was one that has been there the whole time, but those two were not there like the whole time I was there. And I feel like I was in there for over a year, and I never saw them in there hardly or at all. So it was kind of weird. Yeah. And you were trying to explain that anyone can put up a paper and say, yeah, that's mine. That's the point. Like, people couldn't get. And I get when you're in that mindset and they're in protect mode. I get that too. And I'm not trying to be mean about it. I like some people over there. Yeah. I don't know where. I had that person come here once and I had never, known who she was. So I had that experience. And some people taught me how to use the mute button. When people are up here, how you can mute them, but it didn't work. It, di- it didn't work.
I really feel bad for saying it's 60 degrees out here and I'm
Oh
freezing my
hell,
ass off.
I'm freezing right now. But I always wear 2 to 3 pants starting in the fall. Anyways, 2 to 3. I'm not lying.
Oh my goodness.
I get cold. People always, say I gotta get some more meat on me or something. Okay, last I heard, Crackerjack was hurt. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that did happen, Sugar Pie. You're right, but I wasn't sure if they ended up. I just wanted to make sure they're okay because this person, I talked to them on the phone, and they sounded beyond freaked out, Sugar Pie. So then I've been worrying lately, going, what the heck happened to them? Are they okay? Did they just quit? Are they fine? Did they move? Because she was like legit tweaked out about all this stuff and was really frightened. It seemed like I just wanted to make sure she was all right. And I don't know if she made another account under a different name, if she's still around. But there was only one person that I know with her phone number or how to get a hold of her, and I don't know anyone else. 23 with 15 mile. Ooh, I'm going to check my little gauge now. Let's see what mine is.
That's why I said I've
Outside, so I'll
really,
check. I got my little gauge. I just got to bring it to the light. Oh,
I'm
wow.
all the way in the south and I
It's
couldn't
actually
imagine
warmer.
what y'all are going through.
It's warmer than I thought. That's odd. Huh. I guess I can't complain. It says 39. I thought it was definitely way colder earlier. It felt like 20 earlier. I don't know. Still cold though. Wow, I thought it was colder. Oh, you got her email. Yeah, I just want to know if she's okay. Whatever happened. Yeah, tell her to come back. Just make a new name. I dropped my cord. I miss her in chat because she'd always say, "What's up, gangster? What's up, gangster, Sarah?"
Oh, so you're a
Uh,
gangster now?
say
You're not a ninja?
she used to say that to everybody when she came in chat. That she welcomed everyone as a gangster. I kind of miss my gangster welcome. Cracker Jack was her name. I don't know if you had ever seen her.
Mm-mm. No, never heard
Uh,
of
yes, Constance and Chase and Justice. It was horrible. I had to I had to zip it so much because if I said anything, then I'd be yelling above somebody, and nobody would be able to hear, and it would be annoying. So I just had to zip it so much. Yeah, we need Cracker Jack back. We need gangster stuff. It was very hard, knee pats. It was very hard. I was up there a while. But at that point, I wasn't. I didn't think I would ever. I didn't think I would get the boot. We were all just talking normally. That's so weird. I think I'm offended. What the hell did you boot me for? I was being respectful. I was trying to help Constance, damn it.
Because you were being respectful?
Yeah, I was freaking quiet.
That's
I had
not
to be
allowed
quiet.
there.
I had to be quiet because two people were yelling the whole time. I could barely get a word in. And when there was a word in, it was, Constance had to answer or ask her questions real quick before she got cut off.
She only just wants to know information. I mean, it's not bad of her to want to know the truth.
Well, the point she's trying to make is goes back to the beginning when we were talking about the more you put on YouTube, the more people are going to get curious and get in your life. So if you don't put certain things on YouTube, like I did this job or that, then people won't inquire about it or know. Like these other creators we were comparing as examples, like Gray Hughes, I think his name is. There's other channels you go on and there's no drama and stuff, but they don't talk about. It depends how you want your channel. What you want a chat channel, gossip about things. But these other channels that do crime, they're just talking about the crime. They're not talking about their life or their jobs, previous jobs. The more info you put out to the public, the more curiosity factor you're going to get,
And that's where you can find me when y'all are watching Ernie's
Oh, I
show
was
and all them
laughing.
other ones.
I always go
That's
in
where
there
I'll
laughing.
be.
I can't help it. I always wonder if people hear me laughing in the background. Kneepat said they heard me laughing. You had
I
to
think
laugh.
your little circle will light up if you're like, you know what I mean? It'll show that
Oh,
you're
yeah,
making
that's
noise.
true. You're right. The little ring. You had to laugh, At least you could laugh. You couldn't say anything, but you could laugh.
Okay, I hope Constance Sue's phone is charged enough because I'm at Walmart, so I need to drop down.
Constance, okay. That's okay.
So I'll be in chat.
Yeah,
But
come on.
thanks for having me up, Sarah.
Come up anytime. All right.
Bye.
Bye. So let's see. Oh, you're blocked. I'm probably blocked in chat now, but I didn't even go in the chat. I don't know. Maybe I am. I didn't do anything wrong. I was trying to break. Like I said, I'm trying to go in other chats. There's some I know I can't go in, but baby steps. I'm kind of checking out channels I didn't check out before. Little bits and pieces. I don't think they see that they're wrapping them. I don't think they see it that way. And I'm speaking from. See, I was on the other side, so I feel like I can have an opinion because I've been on both spots. It's hard to see when you're there, I guess. I think you feel like everyone's attacking and you see bullying, but it's the more you put out, like you're gonna want to know. Some people are gonna ask questions. Like if you put out, let's say the job working for, I forget what U.S. Marshals or training or something weird, like that would be something I'd be proud of. But people are gonna be like, cool, sometimes it's gonna come up when you have bash sessions and stuff and make enemies when sometimes people are calling people to fight and stuff, then people are going to get mad at you and then they're going to start looking into stuff. Yes, in the back chat I wrote, Jimbo, I wrote one of the people from the past. I wrote their name, but I might have got blocked. I was trying to, I couldn't really say much. Yeah. Sometimes, Fluffy. I never had the chat even on. I couldn't see any of the chat. I figured I didn't need to look at it. I already been in that chat. I like some of the people in there. I wanted to say hi to some of the people I like. Yeah, I think I see you around. There's some people that I feel like are fine and nobody, does anything mean to them. They can freely go into different chats. That's what I'm trying to kind of get at, that we should all be able to do that. But some people don't want certain people, or they'll say, don't go over there or you can't come over here, kind of thing. And I've seen it a lot. And that's kind of high schoolish, in my own opinion. Maybe not in some people's. You want your friends to know things about you. Yeah, well, it's something to be proud about, but if people see other things that aren't true, then they're going to start looking into other things. It's just natural. People get curious, kind of thing. And some people want revenge if you hurt them. That's natural too. So the more you put out, the more might come back to get you. Is the bottom line, I guess. So if you don't want stuff to come back, I guess you keep some of it to yourself. D boss, I originally went up there to help you, actually. Well, I just felt like there was a lot of ganging up today. Too much talking. There was one or two people with a terrible echo. It was so hard to hear. I just wanted to yell, mute your mic. I actually heard you say that, D-Boss. Oh, sorry. Whoops, wrong button. Wrong button. Add to stream. There you are.
Hello.
Hi. You can
Everybody wants to
talk
know
now.
what they're like. Why is what's any business of hers? My big issue with Ernie is, like I said, I seen him when he's doing Summer Wells, and he did what a lot of people were doing was spreading misinformation and making it making his experience something that wasn't, just so people would tune in. When
Mhm.
Candace said that, like, I'll meet you someplace, but you can't have all this recording equipment. What I take that as is she had been screwed by everybody that came up there. Everybody that went up there that was supposed to be her friend had a hidden agenda of trying to
Yeah,
find the dirt.
agenda, yeah, to be on the
So
TV.
when she told Ernie, I'll meet with you and I'll talk to you, but I don't want you to have this and this and this, that didn't mean I'm going to meet with you and I'm going to tell you everything, but don't have a recording.
Oh,
That's
right,
how he spun it.
right. I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what got Ernie on my radar. I'm like, what the hell? Then before that, it was at the racetrack when they supposedly found, zip ties and a summer stuffed animal. That irritated the shit out of me because that hinders an investigation. That
Ooh,
is how Ernie Shell got on my radar. It wasn't Tamori or whatever he was saying and all this. I don't know any about. I'm not a BK side, but that's what got Ernie on my radar.
hmm I don't know about the zip ties or stuffed animal. I somehow missed that one.
That's what started. Somebody called Ernie and Tina and said, "Hey, you should go do the Summer Wells case because it's right there in Tennessee." So they did. Well, instead of just going and doing it, of course they had to make a production out of it, and they said they got word that she was buried by a racetrack, and they found something that looked like a grave, and they found zip ties in the size of a small child, and they found a stuffed animal, and they just made it a production. You know what I
Oh, I
mean?
make it like a part of the movie.
Yes, and that it irritated the shit out of me. And of course, everybody was throwing money at him, here, go do this. And then it just grew from there. And then when he did that with Candace, well, she said she would meet with me, Ernie, yes, you could say it's like helping Uncle Jack off of a horse or helping your Uncle Jack off a horse. You could say the same words, but it's how they're said. When she says, I'll meet with you and I'll tell you everything, but I don't want to you know, leave all your devices at home. She wasn't going to go tell Ernie no big reveal. She wasn't saying that she didn't want to record it. She was just saying, I'm sick of everything. I'm talking to somebody being my friend, and it ended up on YouTube. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's for their gain. But, you don't want to hear any of that. But the bigger thing, when Ernie holds himself out to be Rescue Our Children and having an organization called Rescue Our Children, anybody that has an organization that says you're executive director of anything children, it's everybody's duty to look into him. You should verify that.
naturally, with children involved.
Yeah. And now, if you want to say you're Ernie Shell and you're just on the internet, who gives a shit?
Right.
But do not say you're Ernie Shell, Rescue Our Children, Predator Hunter Nation, and all that, because then it's our duty to investigate it. And if I can't verify any of your credentials, like your training and all this, that's an issue.
hmm
And what better grift And I understand that when you rescue children, it is a sensitive topic. You can't always tell everything. Well, what better grift than to get into something that can't be verified?
Yep. Yes.
And how dangerous is that? Because the one place that I did verify that I messaged this company, and I'll have to, if I can ever find it, get two phones and read you the message. I said, hey, before you endorsed Ernie Shell, did you verify his credentials? And they're like, oh, yes, we did. He came verified by Mike Huckabee himself.
Oh,
And I
right.
said, Mike Huckabee told you. You heard from Mike Huckabee. Yes, ma'am. And from the governor of Florida or somebody else. So I'm like, you actually talked to these people. And the guy just said, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. And I'm thinking, okay, whatever. But then right after he goes, and I want to tell you something. There's something special about Ernie Shell. I'm telling you that man, he could be the fastest. He was going along with the super soldier bullshit. He would take on our special missions just to make sure that he could get them done
Where
in a
did you
record
get that
time.
Where did you get the number that you verified that with? Because something just popped in.
Let me see if I can look it up while I'm on. Just
Doesn't
keep my
have
phone
to
up
be.
in here.
I don't have to know that part. I'm just wondering, was it on one of those letters or something? Because what do you think it could have been a friend?
Oh yeah, it was. Yeah, one of his banners had. I think it says OEN or something like that.
Hmm.
I'll look at it and then tell you. But yeah, it was one of the organizations and if you go to Ernie's Facebook page and you look at all these certificates and you look at all these little letter agencies, it looks like, if you just look at it, it looks like he's a hell of a great man. So, but when you get to looking deeper, and like I contacted them people, the more I talked to them, they were just as goofy as he was. And
Yeah.
I'm thinking, wait a minute, everyone that I've contacted so far that's been the Rescue Our Children or Predator Hunter Nation, and nothing really against Tina, but it seems like all of these people are a bit odd. And that worries me because these are children. If they really are involved with children, that's concerning. And if
Yeah.
they're not involved with children, that's concerning
Yeah.
because it's children, you
Yeah.
know?
Trying to be safe about it. Make sure.
Yeah. And to take someone just to blindly say, or whatever, or say, "Eh, just let him be. Just let him be. So he wants to say this. You know what? That's dangerous.
Mhm.
And the more he gets away with it, it could become a concern. And that's what was my only problem with Ernie.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you
There's a
just
lot
speak
of
better
protection.
than I do. So that's why I was asking, because you have a calming voice and you can get the point across better than I can.
Well, it was very hard because I felt like whenever there was a chance, you have to get it in real quick because then you get one person yelling, and then
Hmm.
you know, a little. I don't want to say. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't get words.
Cheerleaders. And Griff
Quick.
running interference.
Yeah.
His friends are his own worst enemy.
Yeah. It was very hard because it was like a whole. They just didn't get what you were trying to say, and I did. So
I think they got it. I think that's the big issue was that they didn't want me to make sense.
there was
They wanted to keep the
there was a lack of comprehension for what you were trying to say.
yeah. And Griff up there trying to make jokes, and I'm like, you know what, Ernie? When people go in your chat and they ask a legitimate question, your little bubble wrappers is what I call them. Your mods come in there and they boot everybody. Well,
Yeah.
people are going to go and they're going to ask the question somewhere else then. So you're better off just let Ernie one-on-one answer the questions. And Ernie is great when you do one-on-one, but then when you get smart ass Griff or a mod up in there, it's like, dude, these people,
Then it
I don't
becomes
know if they want to keep him in the chaos. They say they want the drama to stop.
yeah, it becomes
But
more of a show and a whole show
yes.
once that happens, and it's all lost because now
And
you're
when I said, you know what, just keep it up and the drama's going to continue.
yeah
That's just like the Uncle Jack off a horse thing. She goes, are you threatening him? Are
yeah
you
yeah
threatening him?
scared.
Damn it, Charlotte. No, I said that's why the drama continues
Mhm.
because you never take things serious and you don't address it.
Which goes back to the lack of comprehension because
Exactly.
wasn't comprehending what you were trying to say. So
Yes.
it was getting frustrating because one's screaming at you, raising the voice, and can't get a word in because he just keeps screaming. It's like I haven't seen. I was there the whole over a year or something in there. I
Hmm.
saw that person in there.
Yeah, she's a newest little cheerleader.
Yeah,
She's real good friends with Bullhorn Betty and them too. And She's just bossy. She reminds me of a little girl that I had in my grade school. You know, the whole time you always have that one little girl that's in your class that's always just so damn bossy. You know,
Yeah, yeah.
she's just bossy. And then she's like, "My mom and dad said I was a good
Excuse
listener."
me, when you want to talk. Excuse me. I mean,
Yeah.
imagine if I did that every time I wanted to speak.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I would
She's like
feel
that, but I'm
so.
not going to let her run over me.
I get secondhand embarrassment for some of it.
But what makes me the most irritated with so many people. Now I like Bob and Lori. I've always liked Bob and Lori,
Yeah.
and I didn't like Vinny. Then I liked Vinny. And then he broke my heart with the Summer Wells case, but I kind of, got over it. I
Yeah.
didn't like rap, and I didn't like Nicolina when they made them pig noises to Lori, but I kind of got over it. So I'm in Rap's chat, I'm in Nicolina's chat, I'm in Benny's chat when I'm not blocked,
Uh-huh.
and I'm in. I got mad at Jimbo. Jimbo, I'll be honest. When you and Kemper came, I loved you and Kemper to death,
Mhm.
and then that issue came about. But then, when you took Ernie back, you did kind of co-sign his bullshit and his lies
Mhm.
and with the fake documents. So then I kind of got mad at Jimbo too. So like, damn it, Jimbo, you're doing this, so, but I got over being mad at Jimbo.
You got some.
So,
Yep.
I'm in everybody's chat, but to say that I was sent there by somebody and it's like, no, dude, don't you understand? People can just have all this shit of saying these little channels, they're trying to get rid of these little channels. Well, did anybody notice how Ernie played that today?
Yeah.
Ernie heard that story and
Yeah.
he's like, huh? So then he ran with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't you
Exactly.
understand?
Uh,
That's what they're doing.
yep.
Oh my God. Mama T, I was so mad at her because she's like, they're believing it. I
Uh,
was like, you understand.
yeah.
And another issue I have always got something to say.
That's
That's why
something that
nobody should.
he's the issues. Some of the issues that I had, between, when I used to go on her show a lot. But and we did talk. Like some people think probably rudely of me when I left and stuff, but they don't know some of our conversations behind the scenes. And I was deeply trying to get through to her that what I think is going on and stuff. And, she kind of went that way because she was believing him. Now she doesn't, but that's pretty much what happened. I was getting frustrated saying, no, this is going on. This is going on. It's, this, you're going to get hurt, stuff like that. I was trying to get that across to her, but that's kind of what happened with us. I just wanted, people not to get scammed or hurt or whatever. Oh, are you there? Oh, you did it. Okay. You. Hey, everybody. Oh, hi, Savannah. I'm glad you put up the people have been interested in some of your clips you've been putting up.
I'm
Drama
here.
is steroids. Drama is on steroids this week on YouTube for sure.
It brings me to another point. Nobody should ever be so embedded, I guess, or just in deep with any one creator. Like when Benny and Nicolina and Rap split, that caused horrible, because they're like, who do I choose? Who do I choose? And
Yeah,
I always say it like, I hate it when mom and daddy fight. Like it's Tiffany and AB split up. I like Tiffany. I like AB. I don't want to sit in any chat where either one of them is talking about each other because I like them both.
yeah,
You know, when Benny and Rap split like that, I was mad at Benny and Rap both, so I didn't care. But now Rap and Nicolina are fighting. So all these people you gotta, pick a side. And
yeah,
then you know what happens? People start talking shit. Like they'll go to Nicolina's chat and say, well, I didn't like Rap and I didn't like blah, blah, blah.
yeah.
And then the next day, Nicolina and Rap make up. Well, now what are you going to do? Because you
That's
just
what I was
talk
thinking.
shit on him.
That's what I was thinking too. That could happen. Yeah.
And it always happens. Just don't be so in deep with any, don't, I mean, this whole dark side, light side, loyalty thing, it just drives me crazy.
hmm Yeah, it does make it uncomfortable for subs, like D Bus just said. It does, and right now it's a big problem for those two arguing because there's some people that are really into both chats. It became like one chat almost, I guess, because both
Mhm.
chats are all one kind of a one.
And it
So
wasn't that long ago that I said F Nicolina, F Rap, F Jimbo, F Minnie, F them all. But then I guess I either got over it being mad, because I enjoy being in Jimbo's chat. I enjoy being in Rap's chat. I enjoy being in Nicolina's chat. I enjoy Benny's chat,
yeah,
you
that
know?
that you should be able to do that that's where I'm going to try to get that message to everyone.
Mhm.
Let's fight this chat segregation bullshit, because I want to be. What if I want to go in one of them chats? I feel like if I even say hi or something, I'm gonna get screamed at, because I did say hi in one channel I watched recently that I haven't ever spoken. All I did was say hi, because that person posted a welcoming, greeting when she came on.
Mhm.
One can, no matter what channel you're from, and I'm like, cool, I'll try it. The next day, I saw all kind of stuff. What was Sarah doing in there? Did you see?
Mhm.
I don't like Sarah. You know what I mean? What is that for? Why can't I just go say hi and watch a channel?
Yeah, and see, and I'm guilty of that to somewhat, but I guess
I might
it's
have done
just
it too, but it's bullshit. I'm trying to.
mhm.
I'm not
It's
guilty
the
of
level of offended you are. I guess like with Dolly, I think what Dolly's done and what Dolly continues to do is so offensive that when I do see someone supporting him, then I do ask him, "How can you support that? How
Mhm.
can you support that?" It should be none of my business. They should be able to go do what they want to support Dolly if they want to,
Yeah.
But I do. I'm like, how can you support that?
So
But
what's
really,
your problem with him, if you don't mind me asking?
with
I
his,
see a lot of stuff around, and I don't know
did,
what's true.
did you see the interview that Frida B did?
No, I
Oh
don't.
Lord, do you know who Frida B is?
No.
She was a mod for Dolly for years.
Oh, maybe. Okay, I thought it was a channel.
No, yeah, she was just a mod for Dolly for years. I guess she was real well liked. She's like 60 years old. She was a Dolly's mod for like 60 years.
Yeah.
Now, Dolly has a past. Everybody has a past, but he has a past conviction of assaulting a woman. He did 6 months for that. He has other convictions for assaulting a woman. He has another conviction of assaulting his family member. Okay, that's your past. I get that. So you fast forward till now. We have Missa coming forward. Now, everybody thinks that Missa is just a scorned woman. No, she's not. She found out about Dolly and,
Missa?
BHP, Dolly's girlfriend,
Okay, I don't know. Oh, a current girlfriend or a past one?
his past one, his real life girlfriend
Okay,
of 2 years.
okay, I've never heard that name either.
Yeah, she found out that Dolly was down there with, Bullhorn Betty.
Mhm.
And all she said was, dude, she's like, how can you do this and this? And he came at her sideways saying, you're crazy, you're crazy, you're crazy. And then he acted like he didn't know her. So she was like, you know what?
Girlfriend?
We, yeah, his real life in that same town girlfriend.
Oh,
Well, she also had after that, she had two more girls contact her saying, Jimmy met me. Um, what was her name? God, Sierra. When Dolly went somewhere, he met Sierra at her town and had sex with her. Well, Missa verified that that happened. And then more girls kept coming forward. Then Lindsay, do you know that Rock This Girl, his ex mod?
I'm not sure.
Well, they had some kind of shit going on, and she sent him private pictures, and he threatened to blackmail her with
But I always
those.
say to the ladies, don't do it. Don't send them. I encourage
Yep,
not to do it because it never ends well.
yep, exactly. Well, then with Sierra, he it was like revenge porn. Well, then you get to current times when you Upchurch sent him the concert tickets. Frida B lives in Tennessee, and she's like, "Hey, come down here, and I'll show you around town, and everything is fine." So they went to the Upchurch concert. They had a great time. They went to all the bars. They had fun. And at the end of the night, and now, mind you, she's 60 years old. He came at her sexually. She's like, "No, I don't like you like that. We're just friends. I can't believe you like me like that too." And this interview is on Mrs. Channel, and he said, "Why not?" She goes, "I just don't look at you that way." So then he jumped on her on bed, and she pushed him off of him. She pushed him off of her, and she said then he jumped up, pulled her arms above her head, and her shirt over her head, and this is how she put it, and I'll put it the same way. She said he almost got in the front door, but he didn't because he puked before he could.
Oh,
If without putting it graphic.
yeah.
Now everybody's going to say, "Well, she's lying." Now tell me what a mod of his for 5 years, who was a friend of his, 60 years old, what would be her motive to lie?
Well, I have to agree on that for the fact that I know um somebody that I care about that's here a mod for me now that happened to her.
Exactly.
Ernie,
And this
a
is
lot of
these are the people we know. How
yeah,
many more that we don't know
yeah.
that are afraid to come forward because
Well,
you
look what
see
happened.
how people get treated.
Look what happens.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to. I don't know if I'll offend her if I use her name. She was a good friend of Ernie's, and she when she came was encouraged to come forward. People like the first couple
Yep.
of days were supportive, and then they all turned on her and said she's.
Yep.
But like you shouldn't do that to a victim, and she didn't even call herself a victim. They made
That's right.
some people.
That's the biggest thing. She didn't want nothing.
Yeah, she handled it and wanted it done with, and now so many people like still call her names for it. What the fuck?
And
Why?
say she wanted Ernie. Same with Lisa. Oh,
Yeah,
she just wanted Ernie. And you know what? Other women are treating women like this. To me, that is vile. That is
yeah,
like,
I agree.
how sick can you be? And how
Yeah.
blind can you be?
Well, I
So
didn't.
then,
I haven't heard the
even,
interview.
yeah, you'll have to watch it. I'm sure if you want to play it, she won't mind. Missa won't play because she's about information.
Well, I've
But
always
so
gone into this channel. I've always gone into his chat. I'm a member. I didn't know any. I haven't heard
her
of
channel's called It's a Mood.
It's a mood.
And it's the interview that says Tennessee victim comes forward.
Oh, jeez. So,
And then this Thanksgiving, Dolly sent Sierra's naughty picture she sent him to her brother.
huh, brother?
Yeah, her brother. And Dolly just ghosted her. I guess they talked for 2 years. He went down there and hit it and quit it and then ghosted her.
But it's
So
one I think that took for me into my interpretation the way it was presented. She's the one that was holding his dog, I believe, for the month. And,
Missa did, yeah.
and I was
She
like, give him back his dog, like, because that's all I know.
how that happened was she packed his bags to go down there to Iowa, but he said that she wasn't with Bullhorn Betty. And you notice while they were down there together, they didn't do anything, together. They didn't do any interviews or anything. They acted like they weren't together until they came back.
Mhm.
Well, she dog sat his dog, and then when he came back, she said she had the dog like 95% of the time more than he does for the last 2 years.
Mhm.
So she's like, no, I think I can do better for this dog. So she did keep his dog.
Mhm.
Right or wrong. I mean,
Yeah.
she, but that's why she kept the dog because
Well,
she
this
just
is a
thought,
good,
he's always with me.
well, this is a good reminder to know that there's always two stories. Because
Hmm.
you only see one and you think that's it, but there's always two sides. It's just a good reminder to check into that, I guess, what you're saying,
Yep. And see,
without
okay,
calling a particular.
we're up we're
Yeah.
up to Free to B's point. Okay, we can still discount all this. Well, then we see him down in Georgia. Aileen was all by herself, an older woman, all by herself, standing across the street. I don't care if she yelled the vilest things in the world at him. He didn't have to do anything back. She was all by herself.
Mhm.
And we've seen how he came at her the first day, calling her all those bad names. Okay, that could just be names. We get to the next day and we see how he ripped that thing out of her hand. Now, come on, ladies. He has convictions of it in the past. You have his good mods, saying this. You've seen it with your own eyes how he acted. Then what does he do? He makes a joke out of it and makes hoodies that says Dolly Vision victim number.
Oh,
And then he's selling them.
I wasn't sure what it was. I saw because I'll go in and out of different chats, and I saw a clip where they were, showing them, and I didn't get what it meant. I just saw people in the chat putting their numbers what they want, and I'm like, I didn't know what the like if it's a joke or something bad joke. Like I didn't know what it was connected to.
How vile is that women are joking about being his victim? And you know what that does? That emboldens him. That makes him even bigger and stronger by saying, see, nobody's going to believe you. I can do whatever I want,
If
whenever I
that's
want.
the case,
Nobody's going to believe you.
it would be reinforce it. Yeah, negative reinforce.
Mhm. So then he gets a mobile command center now. He can now take his vileness on the road with him. And it happened in his chat. This lady is from England. Dolly, I'd like to come over and visit you. People are saying, Dolly, can you come hang out with me? People, do you not? I mean, I can't make you listen, but really, I mean, what is my point to lie? What is these other people to lie?
Yeah,
And it's horrible to me. But people follow people so blindly Yeah, I'm making a video now of why people don't come forward to see some of the things these women have been called, saying they're crazy, they're desperate. You heard all about Leslie,
Yes. Look how she was treated,
Right. And so, how do you help people? And people think, oh my God, it's just YouTube. You don't understand. These are real people that are getting harmed.
Yeah. Real feelings, and it's easy to get sucked into them.
And if Ernie and Dolly aren't stopped, if you don't do something, it just makes them worse. And the more they think they can take without any responsibility,
Hmm.
I don't want one more woman to go through that.
Hmm. Or even tonight, like when I got the boot, I was thinking about it. You being up there alone, and I was kind of mad about you getting attacked because that's what it felt like, an attack, because you couldn't hardly answer anything without the next screaming at you or whatever.
Hmm.
Thinking if this really wanted to be, dealt with in your questions, if people really wanted to listen to you, they would have muted the other ones or asked them to be quiet, please, so that you could answer. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Or,
They do, but I can hold my own with the people. I don't.
yeah,
But another issue I have, I've got something to say. You cannot be in the same pig pen and cry victim. If you're going out there doxing and you're going out there doing this, do not come and cry. I've been bullied. A person who's bullied is someone who's got a channel. They're not doing nothing, and people come and mess with them, and
mhm,
they don't say nothing back. The
right,
minute you go back at them, the minute you go, then you can no longer claim you're bullied because
right,
I don't care if I don't care who's ahead. I don't care who's winning. I don't care who started it. The minute and Bob and Lori, I like you. I've always liked you, but you cannot claim to be bullied when you've been in there bullying. Ernie cannot claim to be bullied when he's been the bully. Nicolina can't claim to be bullied when she's done the bully. You just can't. I mean, you just can't.
yeah,
Lips the same way. You can't, cry in court and then go on Jim Terry's and make fun of Betty. Either you just can't, and you just can't.
yeah. So I used to, when earlier on when I was in there, I kind of would only see him as a victim and bullied kind of thing, and I got stuck into that, and feeling so bad because I always gravitate towards the ones I think need help, or I guess that's one of my issues anyways. I always
Hmm.
So I thought, I was helping, and we got to stop this. We got to help him. This is not right. And I couldn't see the other stuff because of the way I guess at the time I thought trolls, the way they were trying to reason with people was attacking. So I only saw the attacking and took it as he was being bullied. And if people presented it in a different manner, I might have thought differently earlier on. I might have seen things more. But
And
I
I
did.
heard you say that, and I've taken that in consideration. Am I not? Should I do something different?
Yeah.
But I don't know how I could do it different. I mean, how could I gently, you know?
Oh no, I don't. Because every person's different, and you just
Hmm.
get that wall up and think he's being attacked, kind of thing. I couldn't see anything else.
Hmm.
Yes, but recently I did see it when everything was fine, things had calmed down, and I saw 3 days of calling Benny names, for instance, and I'm like, wait a minute, he's not even doing anything to you. This is going to start a war. So then okay, so this looks like you want one, you know what I mean? Because why was he, saying he's there to beat him up and stuff, and called him names for 3 days, and he wasn't even doing anything that I saw, that I noticed, anyways. So
And
that,
his block being blocked, but he never kept anybody blocked.
no, that was something that upset me as a mod, because we would always think we're protecting and are doing the work for him and spending all that time and working on getting rid of them and stuff, and then you'd come back and they're there the next day. I'm like, what the frig?
Hmm.
That was getting annoying because they're always back. There was no point. And while this is going on, the means block campaign was happening. Then why are all these people in the chat the next day and the next day and the next day?
Yeah. And a true bully person, and I know Bob and Laura say, well, we're going to fight back. We don't, we're not going to take it. And that's great. That's what I would do too. But then I'm not going to cry that I'm bullied. I'm fighting back. I'm not, you just can't have it both ways. You just can't. And if you want to sue for bullying and you want to do that, you have to stop. You have to stop engaging. It's just, you just can't do it both ways. You just can't. I don't know how to explain it. I mean, that
Well,
sounds horrible, but
Gypsy Soul, like she's saying, somebody keeps doxing her and putting their personal info on purpose and resharing it to on purpose, and she's not doing anything. She's asked nicely. She took down all the offensive things and apologized to somebody um, that she was fighting with, for instance, and now she just keeps getting it over and over again, and she can't stop it. There's nothing she can do. It just keeps getting shared over and over again. How would she stop that?
I dox myself from the very beginning. I mean, we make our Facebook pages,
Yeah.
and we add people that we don't know. I don't know why YouTube got to be so secretive, like that. I think it's just, especially if you want your channel to grow big, like you're going to eventually know, people are going to know who you are. Now I can see like if you're an anonymous channel or you're, but even then, if you got to be taken seriously, you've got to, just, I think everybody be a hell of a lot better off if you just use your name from go. Take that power away from everybody. Um,
That's
if you
something.
have some shit in your past that you don't want brought up, then don't get in some shit. You might, then that sucks, but that's just the consequence. And if the shit gets brought up, either just accept it and deal with it and move on. The more you cry about, oh, I've been doxxed, they like that. They're like, oh, that's exactly what they got from you, exactly what they want. If they dox you, say, so what the fuck or what? And go on. Don't mention it again. So what? My name is Constance Sue Christian. I'm 54 years old. I live in Dodge City, Kansas. There you go. This now rap, I think it's a game, and I think it's I think rap should keep going just because it is kind of fun. But other than that, I don't know why people are so scared about being doxxed. If you're worried about your job, I can understand, like, but then don't do some shit on here you don't want your job knowing about.
Mhm.
You know, just be be real, I guess.
Yeah. Well, Sammy Joe brought up something. She says, "Yeah, Ernie's mods were being bashed because of him, and then he unblocked them." That's a good point because people would come in and attack us, and then talk
Yeah.
about us, call us names, and we were, trying to help by getting rid of them. So then they're back, and meanwhile they're gonna call us their chats and some of the other mods, and then they dock some of the other just for being as mods, just for doing the mod job.
And Anissa got that with Bullhorn Betty. She was, real strong supporter of Bullhorn Betty. And she stood up for Bullhorn Betty, which is another thing. I think it was Valerie on Savage's channel. Be careful who you swing a sword for. If you're out here, white knighting for everybody, make sure that they're worth white knighting for, because when their shit comes out, you look stupid.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, oh my God, did I do that?
Yeah.
But better than that, nobody should ever have to white knight for you. A mod should never have to be put in that position. Don't ever put your mod, as soon as I can, go live. I don't want my mods to put me in bubble wrap. I want people to come discuss things with me. The only thing people get blocked for is like racial and things like that. But don't wrap me in bubble wrap. Don't protect me, and don't ever call me your king or your queen or your family's cool, and I understand why people get like this, because people are lonely and they want to belong. But that's where all the trouble starts, when you start thinking that you're this tight knit group, and then that's where all the crap starts, because you feel like you have to be loyal.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
If I'm doing some stupid shit, please call me on my stupid shit.
Well, your strength. Not everybody has the strength you have, I guess, because you seem like you don't give a fuck. You go and say what you want to say.
It is strength, but it's just be you. Like I've
Yeah.
told Ernie tonight, just be you.
Yeah. So
You know,
that can also encourage others too. The more other people do that, I guess, and stand up for what you think.
Ernie would be a great person. He doesn't need all this secret soldier crap. You don't need it. He's funny. He
Yeah.
he has the
Yeah.
looks. He's got the dimples. He's got the personality. He could have a big channel with donations and everything that his heart desires. Just being honest in him.
Yeah.
His issue comes when he does all this secret crap that he thinks he has to live up to.
Yep. Exactly.
And same with Dolly. Dolly, he started off in rock and roll and all that crap. Well, if that's great, and nobody has to know about your past. But once, and his issue started when people were reviewing his channel. Y'all need to realize, if you're on YouTube, people are going to review your channel.
And
It's
it usually happens when fighting people are arguing or getting involved in stuff too. That makes them want to go after you and check into that stuff. It seems like because there's
but
many.
like Bert Toast, she has, she reviews Bullhorn Betty and Molly and them.
Yeah.
It's just a thing. And the more stupid shit you do, then you're going to expect. If you say you're a super soldier, then you should expect people to look at you sideways. If you go down and scream baby killer in front of somebody's house, people are going to look at you sideways,
D-Boss, you're right. She says he likes attention, good or bad. That does seem to be the way it is.
Yeah, but it comes at a human price,
Yeah.
because it's his mods and it's his subscribers that end up in real tears.
The mods and subs do get hurt.
In
Yeah.
real tears, yeah, real life hurt, like Lisa and all them people up there saying, so what if people want to give their money? That's on them. No, it's not on them.
It wasn't the whole point you were trying to get across. They couldn't
Yeah,
comprehend. There's two different sides you were trying to bring up. One is if you want to donate, donate. If you don't, you don't. That's fine. But you were trying to explain. It's just the lack of comprehension. The other side of it was, don't say you're going to do this, this, and that with this donation, because some people believe they're fighting in a cause and they might give their last half of what they have, believing that,
yeah.
yeah, he's finally going to get that investigator. He's finally going to go get wrapped.
Yes. Or I'm helping rescue children, and people want to belong. And I'm sure my analytics are the same as everybody's. My audience is like late 30s to 60s women. We have time on our hands. Our kids are grown and raised. We have, we're just bored. We're really just bored and sitting around. And
You do live?
like Jimmy's chat was great because he was the only one on late at night.
Yeah,
So say
right.
if someone's scared of the dark or they're feeling upset, you can go there and have fun,
Yeah, right.
and then that turns into not being good enough for people. They get a big head, and then sometimes ought to turn into some big ass grift for money. Chasing Truth and Gray Hughes get big, huge donations because they don't expect it. They don't earn it. They don't lie about it. They're great creators, and it'll come naturally if you're a great creator.
Yeah.
You don't have to. You don't have to do all this frauding stuff. You just don't have to do it. And it's the easy road. Building your house on sand instead of building it on firm ground. It takes work to build a solid house. But, like Ernie and Bullhorn Betty, they want to do it the quick, easy way. They want the reward without putting the work in. Just put the work in. That's not that hard.
I saw somebody. I was in the Bullhorn chat. I don't know if it was a couple weeks ago. I don't remember anymore. But I saw just browsing, looking for something to watch, and I happened to go through it right when somebody made a very huge donation. I couldn't believe it. Somebody that said they were sick and
Yes.
on their
Dying of
deathbed.
cancer.
She was dying and wanted to help. She gave her $400.
Hmm.
And I was like, oh shoot! I never saw a super chat. Well, actually, I saw one from Upchurch did that once to somebody, I think.
Hmm. And see now, how does Upchurch feel giving Dolly a $500 donation, giving him concert tickets to find out at the end of the concert he
Oh, I
attempted
think
to
Dolly too.
Yeah, he attempted to sexually assault one of his good friends.
Oh, okay, I didn't know he donated to him too. I saw him donate to him
Hmm.
a long time ago too.
And gave him concert tickets to the last concert. I think it was in Corbin.
Oh wow.
Hmm. But it's just, and I didn't like Biddy when I first came here. I thought it was just, ick. But then when he took Don and Candace aside, and he was showing Don and Candace aside, because I really think that they got, screwed and railroaded. And whether they did or not, someone should just, innocent until proven guilty, just stand up for him. And when I seen him standing up for him, I was like, this is great. And then when he did the stupid shit with the phone, that broke my heart. Because it's like everybody that they trusted, good or bad, turned on him eventually. Can you imagine losing your daughter, and then everybody that tries to come up there and you just want help, everybody turns on you.
Yeah.
Everybody thinks the worst of you. You know, Chris, they got Chris McDonough went up there. I have compassion for him because I can imagine that could be any of us, and you should at least have compassion.
Yeah.
And then when you did that, I broke my heart. And I was loving the stand with, Jimbo and Kemper on it. And then when that crap came out, it was like, oh, crap. And then it just,
I
I
never
don't know.
never knew Jimbo when Kempro was on there. I don't think I ever had, found his channel.
And the Bernie Smells, my God, I miss Bernie Smells so bad. And see, there was even drama with him.
No,
But, that was hilarious. I thought Bernie Smells was freaking hilarious.
no.
Did you ever see him?
No, that's one I missed.
Oh, my God. Jimbo, you got to get her a clip. It was one of their friends Bernie Smells being Ernie Shell. Oh my God, it was so funny. Is Jimbo still in chat? I can't see.
Yes. Have you ever seen Chaotic Beauty do a episode on Anthony Greeno?
Uh-uh.
Okay, because that was very interesting. I checked out the comparison and the whole Anthony Greeno story. It really sounded familiar to Ernie.
Really? What was he
Yes,
like, a
yeah,
scammer? Or?
you need to see it. He's a bounty hunter. He had like the hat and everything, and they met. They met. You know, the two of them met. So I wondered if you got some of the ideas from him when you see Chaotic's interview. And I'd have to get you the exact clip unless somebody else is in here like Jimbo that can find that episode that she did. I'll get it or post it somehow, but I just can't do it right now. But it's very interesting. It's
Yeah.
worth watching.
And see, Ernie could be that go be a predator hunter. There's a lot of channels still on here, but you got to do it honestly.
But it
You
turns out
can't have any
you know,
shadiness because then you're just lose all credibility.
Anthony Greeno, it turns out he was a pretend one. He was pretending a fake one. He wasn't really one, but he was on YouTube acting like one, you know, put the handcuffs and everything and
Mhm.
jail right now. He's serving a long sentence, I think.
And they just this that FedEx driver that they
Oh,
the Glare had it. One of his friends did an interview, and they said he was accused of
oh yeah.
RAP a girl, and nobody believed her. So now she's like, all you people that didn't believe me, F off. Well, he said he was a front man for a lead singer in a band, a screamo band, and the more people don't believe the victims, which and I can see in this day and age there are people who do lie about that,
True.
but at least I think there's a movement that says support both sides. You know, you don't have to believe her, but don't ridicule her and make her feel like she's a whore or she's this or she's that.
Not for
Because
something
that
like
makes
that.
the rapist get
No.
worse.
Not for something like that when you can't say for certain that it did or did not happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and the more
People
you
not
don't
there.
believe the girl, the bigger head the rapist gets, and they go on to do bigger things. We're like, you know what? No, nobody believed her there. Nobody believed her here, and that's how movie stars get away with it. Nobody's going to believe you. Nobody's going to believe you.
I think that girl that was connected to that FedEx driver, I think she was posting yearly that he did that on her Facebook
Yep,
page too.
and they made fun
Now
of her.
feel, you know what I mean? It's
Yep, they
he
made
could have
fun of
been
her.
he could have been in jail for that, and then that wouldn't have happened.
Exactly. And so I was making a video, and I thought twice about it, did do it, but
You
there's
know,
a lot of similarities between this guy and Dolly. But the biggest similarity is if you do not believe the victims, and all these victims are coming forward, and how many that don't come forward? One, I know one, and if you want to play that, stream that from on It's a Mood's channel. I know she will not mind because she wants it out there. But people hold them accountable. You don't have to hate them, but hold them accountable. Say, hey, dude, this can't be all people lying on you. Ernie always, way back to the hockey mask, it was somebody else's fault. The wrestling, it was somebody else's fault.
yeah.
The lawyers, it was somebody else's fault. Everything that Ernie doesn't follow through with, it's somebody else's fault.
Mhm.
Now, okay, I can understand maybe 6 things are somebody else's fault, but how is everything somebody else's fault?
No fear. Oh, the damn email. Well, I put the name. There was actually a doctor too that I think he loaned him
Yes,
some too.
he did.
I put
That's
the
when he bought that Lexus or whatever car it
yeah,
was.
that was from the doctor's money, right?
But
Doc-
that was somebody else's fault.
yeah, yeah.
It just it don't happen like that. It just don't. And this thing with the EMF meter in his head. Okay, I don't know. That's a great story, Ernie and Tina. And I supported Tina until just the other day when she said, "Everybody, we're putting together the report on Bullhorn Betty's press pass. We'll get you that report as soon as we're done." Tina, there's no report. I know the website she got it from. It's ifpo.net. You can buy her exact press pass for $59 a year. The exact press pass. I've talked to the lady where she got her press pass. There's no secret. There's no report to be had. It was that simple. Now,
So,
why would she be telling everybody that she's making this great report about it?
so Betty, is there press pass something she bought? It's not real.
Yeah, no. Well, for, Okay, this is complicated.
I don't know.
If you go to like say you're in town and there's a murder scene, the police department that you're in, they have press they recognize ABC, CBS, whatever, any channel. If you go to the crime scene and you're on the list of recognized press, you got to show your press pass. That doesn't mean if you have a press pass you can get in.
Right.
It means yeah, you got to have your ID, and if they approve it, well, anybody can be press, anybody can go follow the story, but it's just who's going to allow you to go deeper into it, and that's their right. So there's a website which is making a ton of money for no reason because this lady prints you off a press pass and you are now U.S. Press Corps. That's who she got it through. You don't really need that. Well, when she was down in Savannah doing all that crap, I contacted the company and I said, "Do you have standards for who issues your press pass?" And she's like, "Yes, she does." Well, I guess at the same time, somebody else was contacting her. She told me they didn't take complaints from just anybody over the internet, which is good because people could lie. They only took them from law enforcement. So I told Savannah law enforcement, I said, "Here's her information if you want to make a complaint." Somebody somehow made a complaint, and that lady pulled her press pass. That's all it was to it. I mean, there's no big report to be had. So she went and made up her own press pass. Now she has her Bullhorn Ready press pass. That's why so many people went around it. I made my own press pass. You can make your press pass. Everybody can have a press pass. It doesn't mean shit. It doesn't mean you're press.
Wait, I can have one? I want a freaking press pass.
Yeah. So I'm monetized now. As soon as I can finally go live, when I get a computer, one of my perks is you get your very own press pass. You could be executive director, you could be reporter, you can be whatever you want to. I'll make everybody a press pass. But yeah, a lot of people made their own press passes.
Are you
It's
executive Constance?
huh?
Are you going to be executive Constance?
Yes, I got mine already made. I'm executive director,
Okay.
and my for the Truth Times, yeah, the Truth Matters Times or something like that.
Nice.
But see, that's why Andrea's sister, Laura Betty's sister, is a real reporter. She's a legit reporter in Louisiana. She went to college. She put in the work. Andrea is just like Ernie. She don't want to do the work. She wants the easy road. So she just made a fake press pass. She would be a hell of a good investigative reporter if she just like her just put in the work.
Yeah, I didn't know you could just do that. I heard a lot of people call it out as fake, and I'm like, well, how do they know it's fake? Because I don't know if it works.
If you work for Fox or your local paper, like mine's the Dodson Daily Globe, you'll get a press pass. And if I go to a scene or an event or a concert or whatever, and I show my press pass, if I'm on their approved list of press, the press they recognize, I get in. But I just can't go up there with a press pass and get in. That's the issue Andrea had in Savannah. Yes, she had a press pass. That doesn't mean that she was on there.
Do you see the Stan's comment about the Dr. Sack?
No.
It's near the bottom. Well,
I don't know how far behind I am here. Must be far behind.
Besides my link I put in there, I can't see anything else. I don't know if there's more comments. My thing's been freezing. It's about Dr. Sack gave him 10 grand.
Oh yeah. Then he bought the car or something, and
Dr.
he
Sack
ended up screwing the doctor out. The doctor had to pay the money or something.
says Dr. Sack gave him 10 grand to run the event. Then he spent it. A very small crowd came to the event. They owed thousands more to celebs, hotels, travel. He disappeared, and Dr. Sack paid it all.
Oh yeah, I see that now. And see, that's just like with the wrestling thing. I talked to the actual cop that was security there, Officer Rose. I called down to that police department. Now, Charlotte Anna say that's stalking. No, that's not. That's verifying your story. Yeah. I called him. Officer Rose still works for the police department. I talked to him. He said what the problem was. Ernie would have been fine, except for that night there was a big ass snowstorm. Most times those shows sold out, and Ernie would have got the money and paid him. But there was a snowstorm, so hardly anybody came. Mm-hmm. Ernie had the money. He had the money to pay these people, but he spent it ahead of time, counting on that people would come and he'd pay them then. When people didn't come, he didn't have the money to pay them, including Officer Rose, who was working security and didn't get paid. Now, Ernie will say it was the booker's fault because he took out the back door. Officer Rose didn't know shit about a booker. So Ernie Shell put on the show. Ernie Shell was supposed to pay him, and Ernie Shell didn't.
And you talked to the actual police, so you're saying...
I talked to the actual police officer Rose.
And no
yes,
people...
I did.
You tell people this.
Yep, and I am all about credibility. You will not see me put out anything that is not, you just won't. It won't happen. I will verify it. And credibility is everything to me. And I love you to death, Jimbo. I love you to death. But damn it, when you admitted to making them false certificates of shit, and when you got buddy buddy with the guy, I was so upset because
Got stuck to he was like a brother, you know.
yeah, and I understand why you would do it. I just don't know any. And if I am going to co-sign your shit like that, I sure ain't going to be on a public forum. I might do it right here with my sister, whatever. But I'm not going to do it because, and I supported BK when he, was helping Don and Candace.
Mm-hmm.
But so many people sent Don and Candace money because BK supported him. BK was saying, hey, I think they're telling the truth. Then when BK turned on him, then people were like, what the hell? I've been sending this lady money because you told me, they were, doing what they were supposed to. You know, People just don't understand that your subscribers and your viewers they're the ones that get hurt in this bullshit.
Yeah, there's a lot of people hurt from yesterday, for instance. Because two creators.
Exactly.
Yeah, I saw a lot of people looking like they were upset, anyways.
And how do you do that? Like if you're a mod for both and you're friends with both, and then this happens and you don't really think one's, wasn't that big of a deal. Like if it's something really vile, and you're like, oh yeah, hell, I'm not going over there. But it's something that's just like a little tiff. And you're like, what do I do? And when you're that much of a white knight for somebody,
Mm.
you're what do? If you go this way, you're screwed. If you go that way, you're screwed. If you try to stay in the middle, you're screwed.
Yeah.
How I would never put anybody in that position.
Yeah. This has happened a few times recently. From my own observations, where the chats, for lack of a better term, get divided, and people are left in the middle. Where to go? Will I get yelled at if I go over there? Are they going to hate me if I go? You know what I mean? It happens.
Yeah, and then you're like, okay, so then if you're like, oh yeah, screw that person, he's this, he's that. I never liked him from the beginning.
Yeah.
And then,
I thought.
guess what? They kissed and made up.
Yep.
Well, now you're looking really stupid because you're just talking shit, and now they're back friends again. Now what are you gonna do?
The screenshots are out there too. People are screenshotting them up so they can go tell the other person, this one said this about you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, as you know, and that's what people don't understand. The internet is
Oh, I
forever.
back here. It says I have two people back here. I got
And,
Ernie and Ricky.
and horrible people, like people that are mods that are bitch,
Now listen.
but people
Oh,
like you are nice. You are so nice. You're so reasonable. You're so level headed. You
well,
want everybody to get along. And to see you hurt, that's what's horrible,
yeah, I got some haters now, but I genuinely don't try. So it looks like we have Ernie and Ricky backstage. Now the reason I wanted you here to say what you wanted to say, because we couldn't there because there was two people screaming. So do you wish to
Yeah, I don't care. I don't mind anything. Yep.
you wish to continue speaking to them?
Yep, I'm fine.
Okay, so let them up.
Yeah.
Okay, how do I? All right, let me see. Ernest Shell. I just gotta make sure it's the real. I just hope I don't get no. It says okay.
Put up your overlay,
I don't
first.
think you guys will porn bomb me, right?
Constance.
What?
No. Hey, hell, you won't even read the damn email. What are you doing going around bashing people?
Try talking without yelling. We're all talking. That's why we're talking, because there was two people
If you can't verify something, why go around and run your mouth like you are?
She's talking freely because on the other.
It's what's the difference though? If you run around and you don't read the damn email,
But
that he sent you verification.
We're talking, not screaming.
Okay. I have not opened the email, and you're right, because, and for very well good reason, because Ernie has, with his doxing and his thing, and people
Did you just send me a text? Did you just send me a text? Constance, did you just send me a text?
No, I didn't. Why would I send you a text?
But
it says hold on a second.
Hold on a second. Here's what I'm saying though. Why go jumping panel to panel if you're not going to verify it? Why run your fucking mouth?
That's just one part of it. It's not
for one, Ricky. Sarah asked me to come over, and two, it's. I will guarantee you when I get this resume.
Yeah, probably in your damn email if you don't.
If you want to open an email, and I didn't even think this about it until I told her, and he said, "You're right, I didn't think about it, but I am not going to open an attachment on an email from somebody that I am not real sure about. I'm a boomer.
Okay.
I don't know. I just know my son has always told me, stop, stop downloading this shit. Stop doing this,
Links can be bad. So
You shouldn't talk to
can't
strangers, right?
But
Exactly
anything
right.
that
can't
I'm
talk
talking
to
about doesn't need an email to be verified, Ricky. What I'm talking about now doesn't need an email to be verified.
Yeah, that was just one part of it. That's just one. There's multifacets here.
I talked to the police officer that worked the show. What's
Oh,
an
he left.
email going to do for me when I talk to the actual police officer?
Did he just leave? I didn't do that. I'm not even touching a button. He must have dropped himself.
Lord, y'all took my white knight out.
I did not do that. He did it to me.
I want my white knight.
He left himself. He can come back if he wants. I didn't touch anything. I honestly didn't. I'm just holding my phone with one hand. The link's there. He can take. I didn't do anything. But you kicked me off, Ernie. I was asking to come back up in the back. I wasn't being mean. But anyways, you guys can continue. But he
Go
can
ahead,
come
Ernie.
once if you need him.
Look, I'm just practicing on my new me.
I'll do it again. Let me see.
And Ernie, I hope you mean that. I do hope you mean that. But so
I
many
do.
times
I
they
do. Let
give
me tell
me
you what I went and
bullshit.
done. Let me tell you what I went and done. I just went and bought stockings for some kids.
Coward. Okay.
I can't wait to do this. I'm actually going to do a project with it. I can't tell you how much about it now. Now, I know you're going to say, oh, it's some secret operation or whatever, and he's going to never, ever go through with it. But I'm actually going to. I got to decorate these things. I got to really decorate them.
But
So,
please understand, Ernie, that one act of buying stockings for kids is not going to earn your wings in heaven. That's great. That's a good start. But, when people say they're sorry, you have to, it's going to be long term.
okay, okay.
And
I understand what you're saying. I understand. Look, so in your mind, in your world, I have completed and done all these sins, and I've hurt and tortured so many people, right?
no, see there where you're going. You're making this more dramatic than it has to be. You haven't hurt and tortured. So yeah, I don't know. I can't speak for how they're tortured. We'll just use
Okay,
Lisa
just calm
for
down. Calm
example.
down first. Take a breath. Take a breath. Just
No,
calm
I
down.
just
Talk
talk
like me.
fast. I can't talk
Oh,
like you.
yeah, you can. Just it's easier, and you'll remember it more, please.
No, I don't.
Because I
Well,
can't understand that you're saying. A
okay,
while ago, we
I'll
had
try to go
all
slower.
things in life. We had a things
Yeah.
with life. We had a daggone love and
And that
life
was content.
333 with a
That was hilarious.
candle.
That was hilarious.
We had a D-Boss. We had all kinds
Hmm.
of shit there. And I was sitting there like, good God. We even had a ninja in the bottom, and I didn't even know she was in there.
And that was funny. That was funny.
You know why I did that? I wasn't expecting. I didn't plan that. What happened was I was scrolling and I heard you were talking to D-Boss, and then you said Sarah, and I'm like, me? You didn't say what Sarah, so I'm like, Fash, hell, shit, I'll go up there. I thought you were talking to me.
The funny thing about it is, and then all of a sudden, everybody's yelling, everybody's laughing, it's just all one thing. And I'm sitting here trying to apologize to everybody. So I'm picking them out, apologizing. And then Ricky jumps on panel and says, open the damn email. And I'm like, oh, shit. That hit hard. I didn't even know what to think. But
It was
anyway.
kind of hard to talk, though. It was kind of hard. It was a lot of people, and there was a lot of background noise in one of the person's microphones or something.
Ernie, your white knights and your mods are your worst problem. I heard a creator say,
We
please let
was
them ask
running.
the
We
questions.
was
Let
running.
me
We
finish.
was.
Let me finish my sentence. They said, please let people ask questions in my chat because if they don't get the answers here, they're going to get answers somewhere. I'd rather have them get the answers in my chat. Well, you can't even go in your chat and say one thing that your mods take twisted sideways. I'm blocked in your chat now, blocked and hidden, blocked it, and they're just ridiculous with it. But when you say, let her talk, things get worked out. But I don't know if they're jealous of other women. I don't know if they want to control you or if they think they're the keeper of the gate. But damn, they need to just step back. It's not, just let people talk. Unless someone's,
Okay.
being really foul to you or saying racist things or stuff,
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I agree. Like anytime, like if I could get a word in. I didn't have any chances to, but
Well,
Constance.
I saw something. Jimbo's coming here. He said he made a drug test or something like that. What was he
Well,
talking about?
that's because you weren't here, and Constance questioned some things that he might have done in the past, so he was answering it. It wasn't
That's
any.
why
Oh,
I don't trust your certificates just
It
to
was a
show them to me.
response.
I wanted to call the places and verify 'em myself because I
okay.
know your best buddy did make
He made a what?
certi- documents, I'll say documents. But more than anything, not that Jimbo did it, but I know documents can be made.
So Jimbo made documents for me, right?
No,
He
That
no,
actually
was
see
did.
just
that right
something
there?
brought up
That's
in
a
the chat.
comprehension problem. That's not what I said.
Then
I
what?
said, I
Then
know documents can be made
but no. Well, how did Jimbo's name get brought up in it?
because Jimbo bragged about making not your documents, so to speak, but being able to make documents.
Oh well. Okay. What happened to him?
My dogs are barking, so I'm gonna mute.
Okay. So the thing about it is, Jimbo made what was it? Supposedly made a drug test document, right? Did
Well,
I ask him? Did I ask him to make that? No, I never.
that's
I
not.
had no reason to. I don't do drugs. I had
That's
no reason for him to do that.
but that wasn't any kind of a hit against you. She was questioning people's, things they've done in the past, and you just weren't here for that part. You know what I mean? She was saying,
I mean,
"Oh, I don't know. I questioned some things you've done
well,
because
why would somebody make a
it
fake
wasn't
drug
an
test for
attack.
if I wouldn't? I mean, you know what I'm saying? I don't understand that.
It wasn't
I
an
don't need a
attack.
fake drug test. Look, I don't do
Old news.
drugs. I'm not worried.
It's old news. It wasn't. It
Yeah,
wasn't an
that's
attack.
between you and
Okay,
Jimbo. My
okay.
issue was you had a best buddy who did white knight for you and who did protect you and who did, co-sign some stuff for you because he was your friend. So
Well, you can say that if you want to say that, but um,
see, Ernie, you
I'm
need to
going to
give him
beg to
credit for that
differ.
too. You need to give him credit for that. That's another thing. That's why you
First
come
off,
off
I don't
disingenuous.
need to give nobody no damn credit, especially when they go ahead and then something happens and he's like, "Oh, I know it's going to happen 2 or 3 months ago. I
That's
knew this."
that's
No, I'm
right.
not giving
And he
nobody
turned
no
on you. Be
damn
mad at him for
credit for
that.
that.
And you can be mad at him
Let's
for
say
that,
Sugar
but you
Pie, he was
should not.
allowing people to believe he was with China,
I don't know who that.
insinuated it was involving her in some old crap,
I
chasing
don't know who
justice.
that's towards. I don't know who that's towards. I was trying to figure out
Look,
exactly.
all I said was we was running a train in China. That's it. Last night.
Running
But
it.
Ernie, you know what? You know as well as everybody else does. Your viewers and your subscribers, either they're either half paying attention or they're not the sharpest tool in the shed, but they hear something and you do that on purpose. You know, and you've even said it about Benny yourself. All Benny has to do is put that thought out there and people run with it. You do the same thing. People don't pay attention.
I let them believe whatever the hell they want to believe.
And you
Simple as
shouldn't
that.
do that. Just be on. Don't say anything about China and a train.
No. Why shouldn't I do that? Why shouldn't I do that?
Why did you say that about China and a train?
Did I say? I said, well, because that's what we was. There's a video, there's a customization. It was in China, and they was running a train.
But
That's a
see,
fact.
Ernie, that's right. That's like saying, help your Uncle Jack off a horse and help your Uncle Jack off a horse. You said that,
Well,
yeah, you said
I
that,
don't know what
but
you're
you know
meaning
how
by
people are
that.
going
And if
to
you've
take it.
ever did that, God bless you, honey, and I pray
Jack
for
off.
you. But
No,
I'm
you
not.
know how people are
I
going to
don't
take
know
it.
about all that.
If you want to keep being a smartass, that's why we never get
I
anywhere.
mean, I don't know. I'm not being a smartass. I've never heard of that. I have never
You
heard of
know how
the.
people are going to take your
I
words.
don't even think I could ever say J and O and a horse in the same damn sentence. I don't think I could.
Well, maybe you should listen to it again real quick. There's a
Okay,
difference
listen.
between
Go ahead and
helping
say it.
Uncle Jack off the horse or helping Uncle Jack off the horse. Same
You just
words,
said it.
same
I mean,
sentence,
okay.
two different meanings.
Slow down, because you talk way too damn fast. I
I
can't
do.
understand you. Go
If
ahead, try it
Angel
again.
ever leaves your or Facebook, or YouTube, I'm gonna take her name. Angel talks too fast. I'm gonna change mine to Connie talks too fast, but she got it first.
Okay, Connie, but go ahead.
But see, the same exact words can have two different meanings, and you know when you said it, what you were wanting people to
Okay.
believe.
But all my everything on my channel is all about being teachers and teaching and stuff like that. Anyways, I
What
trick
are your
people up all
credentials
the
to
time.
teach? How do I know you're teaching the right thing? How do I know that you're teaching something that should be taught that's not harmful?
Show me where it's any of your business what I teach.
Because
That's the
you're
thing.
teaching it. You're teaching it to the public. What if I want to learn it? What if I'm listening?
Then
What if my
learn it.
daughter's
Then get it.
listening?
If you don't like it, get in and get out. Simple as that.
It's not that I don't like it. It's what damage are you doing teaching it?
Well, you just said you did. It's not that you don't like it. Well, did you learn anything from it? Yes.
No.
You haven't?
But listen, Ernie, you see, it's not all or nothing. You can still learn something from it, and it can still be dangerous. It can be
Okay.
good. I'm not saying it's all dangerous. I'm just
Well, I
saying,
never said I was a good person.
did you have to?
No.
Should you be?
You have a lot of people that think you are. People
If
look
you're
up to you.
executive director of Rescue Our Children, should you not be a good person?
Listen to what I said. Now you rewind it and go back to the way I
Okay,
said it. Go ahead and slow it down.
say it again. You said you're not a good person. No, you said, did I ever say I was a good person? No, you never did say you were.
No, I never said I was a good person, and I never said I wasn't a good person.
But somebody that rescues children has, a certificate in this,
Mhm.
a certificate in that, did this, did that, worked for the executive director of the security.
Let me ask you a question. Am I doing that now?
No, but you use that as your credentials.
I don't know more. I haven't in a while.
Ernie,
I
it's
haven't
all over your
in a
Facebook.
while. No. Yeah, go back in the post and look. How long ago? I
I went
don't
back to your
use it. I
back to way
don't use
pictures
it.
with
I
you with the
own the
baby tiger.
company. It's my company. I own it. That's it. Simple as that. There you go.
Whoa.
Hurry up and go get that took care of.
Sound
With my
like
dogs.
sound like a pig.
We got two puppy. We got three Rottweilers,
Oh,
but one's a puppy Rottweiler, and the other
Right.
two are.
And I think I already admit I've already told people on my last couple of lives, I'm not into being the nice guy right now. I'm not doing it. Matter of fact, we're letting people go on their own ways, and we're going to sit back and watch.
But see, that right there in itself is
No, it's
disingenuous,
nothing.
Ernie. Just let it.
That's
Why
all
would you?
right.
What are you gonna watch? You're gonna see.
We're
This is
gonna
how you play this today. You did exactly what people have accused you. You're saying. What Mama T said. Jimbo said that the little channels had to go. You know what? I could feel it in you, and you're like, what? So you played into that, Mama
look. I
T.
don't care how the little channels do or not. I'm not into the helping mood no more. I'm not in it.
But
So
listen, that's not what you
that's
said. You
why I'm
said
telling
Mama
everybody,
T.
look, it's just like all these lives, all going to be about me. They're going to have something about me. My name's Bennett, and I'm not in it. When it comes to you and y'all's bullshit drama, don't bring me in it. I'm not bringing y'all's names in. I'm having everybody's creator's name placed in on the laptop where you cannot even say it. You can't say their names. They ain't going to be in a chat. I'm blocking everybody. I used to not block nobody. I block
Remember block
everybody
me
now.
block when you would unblock?
that would help if you did block it, because then your
I'm blocking everybody. I don't want it. Don't want nothing to do with it. Look, I'm working a real case right now. I'm helping real people. Just because I'm not putting that out here on YouTube
I hope you are.
doesn't mean that I'm not out doing it.
I
And when
hope
it
you are.
comes
But this is
time
like
and
the.
everything gets dealed, and then all the media and shit come out of it, then
But you
we'll
know what
see.
the issue is, Ernie? There's so much time in between this. You're gonna say this now, but then time's gonna go past, and then
what happened?
The fact of the matter is, last night I wasn't over there trying to help Mama T. I wasn't trying to help her. No.
I have no.
Only thing I was doing is I speak in my mind. That was it. I told her what was going to happen. You all can believe it. That's your right. If it don't happen, hey, I never said nothing else about Mama T. I wish her the best. But I will not ever render any sort of assistance to either of those channels. Fact, I will not. My crew will not. I don't give a damn.
see, I
I
think it's
want
weird that you
none
have
of
a
it.
crew. I think it's weird that anybody has a crew. I don't ever want a crew. Never, never, never. I don't want anybody to ever be my.
I would feel sorry for the crew that you did try to lead.
Well, that's the difference between the two. But let me get back to this question about what you're trying to spin with Mama T. I didn't mean it about Mama T. What I say was a story. You said, now you heard Jimbo say all these little channels got to go so we can get the money. Ernie, I don't know if Jimbo said that or not. If Jimbo said it, he's dumb because that's not. But you know what Mama T heard? Mama T heard that verified. So now Mama T thinks, see, that's what's really happening. They're just trying to get rid of these little channels. People stop and think and use your head. Nobody's trying to get rid of little channels. There's not a
Nope.
whole like one honey pot. Y'all got to split it. That's not
Nope.
happening.
Look,
I
I'm not
believe
in the
that.
crew. Look, I'm not in this shit. I don't know. I mean, like I said, I don't do this no more. I don't help. I don't do that.
You
I'm
say
letting.
that, but
Look, I'm having a blast right now. I'm relaxing.
you always do,
I'm
Ernie.
working
It's not you
something,
that
and
gets hurt. It's your
I just
subscribers
don't even
and your
want to talk
viewers
about
that
it.
get hurt by your actions. You are always having a good time. Ernie's always doing what Ernie wants to do. Ernie's in New York. Ernie's doing this. Ernie's eating biscuits and gravy in the morning. Ernie's going here. Ernie's going there. But in the meantime, all these people are falling to the wayside, crying, actual tears. Families getting hurt, actual heart tears in the
Okay,
wake of
tell me where
you.
that's my fault.
Where is that your fault?
How is that my fault?
Okay, let's use Lisa for an example.
That's usually
Oh, I forgot about her.
When Lisa was your biggest white knight. She white knighted for you and she lied for you and she stood up for you. And then when she needed help, not only could she not get it, your crew went after her saying, she's just thirsty. She's just jealous. She just wants Ernie. You know what? That
so.
hurt her.
Obviously, you must have missed the part about my crew that you're referring to, not helping her raise money and stuff. I think we did
Oh,
pretty
yes, they
damn
did.
good with it.
They did raise money for her. Yes, they did. But that wasn't the point, Ernie. She was upset that she wanted, but that's it. You got your crew to do your work. She wanted your
So
support, Ernie.
who am I supposed to get? My janitor?
You, you, you yourself. Nobody else.
Okay,
You
so
do it.
here's the thing. Here's the thing. What you don't understand. I don't put nothing on my crew. I don't ask of
You're
nothing of
right.
my
You don't.
crew or
They're
my
blindly
people to
following you.
do
You're right.
that I won't do willingly myself. Simple as that. I don't do that. I'm not other people who sit behind a computer screen and have these evil things done and said and all
Mhm.
that. I don't work like that because there's a standard that I will not. There's a line that I will not cross no matter what.
I'm sure there is. But when Lisa's when Lisa's hurting and she was upset like that, whether you co-sign it or not, your crew was so loyal to you that they attacked her. Now, that's not your fault. I suppose you could say that's not your fault, but that just goes to the blind loyalty and the danger of having people that blindly follow you.
I've
Because
got
whether you
thousands of people who follow me just because they're not on YouTube. I've got militia groups all around the United States. At the call of it, I can have it. So I don't have to use YouTube or whatever.
you say
When
that,
we
but I don't believe that.
they don't believe it, and you're a
Do you
fool.
remember with
You
MAGA? You
are a
said,
fool to not believe that.
do you know what hurt people the most? What I noticed when you got with MAGA, what you said was, well, guys, see you later. I don't need this anymore. I don't need this. And you know what? I watched your mods and your viewers and your subscribers look at you like, what? What? You don't need us? Well, you don't need us. So they're all like, okay, you don't need us. And you're like, yeah, I've got money. I've got a signed contract. I got this. And they're all like, they still cheered for you. They're like, good, Ernie, great, great. Go have a good life, Ernie, great. But I know some of them people are like, but Ernie,
First off, let me just
listen, let me
say
just say
this.
this. But your mods were like,
It
wait,
it
we're
don't.
fighting this fight. And
Okay.
you
So
left
you have
them.
to understand, my people who are trained by me know exactly what I mean. If I call a
You
number out,
say that.
they know what that number
No, that's
signifies.
not
They know
true.
what comes with that number.
That's
You don't
not
believe me?
true.
You don't.
That's your excuse. Yeah, because I seen it happen, Ernie. I seen it. That's how you lost a lot of people because you're saying that it was code word for both. Why do you have to have code, Ernie? Why did you have to do that at all? Why just be honest? What was the
Having a
code
code,
for?
so having a code's not honest, right?
You don't need it. Why do you need a code?
How do you know what the fuck I need? Are you in my closet telling me what kind of clothes I need to put on?
No, I'm saying as a YouTube creator that has
No, you're a
loyal to
stalker, is
support
what
you.
you are. Is
Well, I'm
exactly
what?
what you are.
I'm what?
You're a stalker.
Right. So every person that has ever did their due diligence and looked into somebody before they blindly followed them is a stalker. I'm not at your house. I'm not following you around. I'm not having you followed. I'm looking into the
No,
credentials
you
that you put
message
on.
people, and when they tell you who the fucking people are, you don't even know who the fuck they are, anyways. And then you got to go and oh, I remember them now. I mean, that right there disqualifies the fuck out of you. That
Nope.
makes
You
you
can say it all you want to. No, that's
incompetent to
not
do
true.
anything.
You can
You've
say it
never
all you
had
want
no
to, Ernie.
license as an investigator. You've never
I'm
done that.
not doing licensed investigator work. I seen a person on YouTube hold them out to be somebody that they said they were. They presented their credentials online. I didn't go looking for them. You put them online. I
Okay,
verified
I
them.
presented them online. Does that
I
mean that
verified them.
where is your verification at that I'm not doing that? You have no fucking clue.
That you're not doing what, Ernie? I can't verify but one certificate. Executive director. You have executive director of Rescue Our Children. Yes, it's a great name and a great title, but that's as far as it goes. You had Alicia, you have all these people, but you had to, you had Alicia co-sign for that business license. She didn't really want to do that. You put her in a spot to do it.
Oh,
You know,
I put her in a
yeah.
spot to do it. I'm loving how everybody's always saying I put them in a spot.
All these people
I listened to her little interview the other night too.
yeah.
You see, the only
Do you
difference
know how nice
between me
that woman
calling
is?
her,
Do you know how much she
the
white
only
knighted for you
difference
and young to
between me
discredit her?
calling them out,
Wait, who's
anybody
interview?
else would call them out.
Who's
I'm not going
interview?
to.
Excuse
I'm
me.
better than that.
Alicia Turner.
I have no.
You're
Oh,
saying
It don't
fucking
mean
shit on
shit
Alicia
anyway.
Turner.
It don't mean
She's
shit
one of the
anyways.
kindest women I know
Alicia.
who supported you to the hilt. And here you are talking shit on her? How dare you? Is anything ever Ernie's fault? Do you ever
Oh,
take
now I'm not.
responsibility
Now
for
I'm talking
anything?
shit. Okay, whatever. I just told you. I told
Has
you.
anything ever been your fault? Tell me something that has been your fault.
Oh my
The
God.
wrestling, the
I
knocking
have
out, the doctor.
apologized over and
No,
over
I
and
didn't say
over.
apologize.
I
Tell me
have
something
said
that was
I was
your fault.
wrong many a
Yep.
times,
You can say
but
you're
I'm
wrong and
going to tell
apologize.
you.
That
Okay, I'll
doesn't
tell you what.
mean
I'll tell you
shit.
what. I'll tell you what. It's as simple as this. I don't say nothing bad about other people. It says bad things about me. There's no reason to. Simple as that.
But that is just like a total perpetrator. But how dare
So
you?
what should I
All
do?
these
So what
people are
should I do?
against you.
Should we call her out on something? You want me to call her out?
Tell me, Sarah and
Yeah.
Alicia, just the two that I know, Sarah and Alicia,
Hmm.
are the nicest people, the sweetest people.
You met these people, right?
I still try to have friends in all groups. I think I do anyway, at least.
No,
And like
I just think when things
I
come
still have time
about at the
to
end and people, when this is finally over, said and done with, I think a lot of people is going to look back and they'll go like, "Oh, I never knew that was into that." Oh,
See, Ernie, you say
but
that,
it's
but your antics are just so few and far between. That's why
my antics.
I started. Yeah, because it's one thing after another, but they're so far between that people
What
lose interest
creator has
and they
raised
forget that you
more
never
money
followed
for
through with
people who
anything.
are homeless, people who's helped get people trailers, who's helped get people rent paid, their electric turned on? Show me another fucking creator that's done that. I used to do it every single live. I would raise money for people. So you tell
Okay,
me,
I
somebody else, another creator that's done that. And
okay.
when
well,
you
Greg
do
Hughes
that,
for
Can
one,
I do
until
Greg
that?
Hughes
then,
donates half of
you
Can I
everything
do
he
really
gets.
that?
have no business to
Can I
even
do
speak
that?
to me
Yeah.
because you don't know what you're even
But
talking
let me
about.
tell you how this grift worked, Ernie. When you say you're doing that, people are like, oh my God. And so they will give you money. You probably netted. So I'm just example. This is not nothing's wrote in stone. I'm just example. If you paid out $6,000 to help somebody, you probably netted 10. It's not like you got barely minimum
Wow,
and
that's
you
a lot
gave.
of money. That's a lot of
I
money.
just said it was an example. We'll use $5 and $4. Okay, if you got $5 donated, if you gave $5 for electric, you probably got 10 given. So it benefited you. Yes, you did, and you gave. But I
Here,
guarantee you, the
I'm
money
gonna
that
go ahead
came
and
into you.
I'm gonna go ahead and shut you down on that.
Can I can I
Okay.
You
can I do
see, how
that
did I
too
get
at
it
some
when I
Yes,
point,
using
Sarah. It's
their
your
please?
time.
Cash
I'm
App,
moving.
when I using
Can
their
I please?
Cash App and their PayPal?
All right. I just wanted to
You
see
know,
one.
there's only 2 times that I didn't use somebody else's, or that I didn't use somebody else's Cash App, PayPal,
I
right?
do have
There was only
patience.
twice I did that, and then when I found out the hell that it brought me, I said, "Hell no, I won't do that no more." You must have a Cash App or a PayPal or some kind of fucking Venmo. You must
Okay.
have a way to get some money. Okay, that's
But
when I
the issue
quit.
there is people see you doing that, so they'll give to your Cash App on any other day. Well, I'm going to give Ernie this because
Okay, if they
he
give
gets
them my
informed.
Cash App, then it's just plain and
It's
simple.
a
There you
grift.
go.
It's a grift. If you
It ain't a
publish your
grift.
Cash App,
How's it
if
a
you
grift?
showed your receipts, But you don't. You know you're netting more than you're giving out. Absolutely.
About the giving stuff, when you just said, I just want to say one thing. You guys can keep talking about a few minutes ago about creators giving. I don't want to. I'm not going to say who, but I over the last few days spent a lot of money I don't have, and I bought, and I've never got one cash app for a family that doesn't have anything. And there's somebody in here that knows who but that's it. I haven't told anyone. But you just brought it up. I wasn't gonna say anything, but I never got one cash app. I've never got one from anyone on here. In fact, I'm negative from YouTube from giving. Actually, that's all.
And that's how it harms, because say I'm an older lady who's sitting here and I got money I want to give, and and I'm like, oh, he's such a nice man, he's
that one.
and so they give to you because they want to be a part of it. And that
She's in your
yes,
chat right now, just so you know, Tigers. Jayla's in your chat under a different name. I wanted you guys to know that. She's been in your chat too for a while.
There you go. Jayla got the money, not Ernie or Jim. It's exactly right.
Yeah,
It's
I know
simple. That's why I don't help people. I don't put people.
She's in
I
your
don't even
chat
put
right
myself
now,
in it
though.
no more. Don't
She's
even
in
give
your
a damn
chat.
about it. Look, I learned a long time
Oh,
ago.
Leslie's there.
Every single person that I've
Jayla's in
helped,
your chat under the name
if I look
Autumn.
back, okay, if I look back and I
Thank
look
you.
at them now, Jayla's
Ernie,
on them. Okay.
you said it all
But if
when
I
you
look
said,
back and I watch the ones that I helped and everything, now how they think about me, totally different. You know what? I have never said nothing bad about those people, and I won't. Simple as that. That's the way I am.
And that's what Dolly said too. Dolly's like, I got all these videos that can prove that I'm right, but I don't need to produce them. Right. Ernie, the biggest thing that showed what you do is when you said, I don't need it, people. I don't need it. When you supposedly got with them, MAGA was a movie star and then she was this and that. I don't need this, man. I don't need this. I got the contract signed. I made the big time. I don't need this. Which told everybody, you got money now. You don't need to grift the money here. So, that was like, you pay no rent.
I did that.
You have
I
no
did that
vehicle.
to
You
protect
pay
the
no
person.
rent.
I did that to protect the person. Okay.
It's
I did
always
that to
something,
protect
isn't
the
it? A
person.
sting. It's always something. It's always something. And that's another issue. No, you can't have
It's
the
always
excuse.
something, and it's none of your fucking business. It's
It is
simple
my
as that.
fucking business. It is. If my
Oh,
son
it
came to
is?
me
Oh,
and
it
I caught
is?
him eating cookies and he wasn't supposed to be cookies and he said, Mom, it was a sting. I was doing that to protect a person, or it's just a movie, or this
First
and
off,
that. I'll
I'm
be like,
not your
child, you are
fucking
a
kid,
liar.
woman.
You are a
I
liar.
am not your kid.
You are just like a kid.
Oh, I'm a
You do
liar.
the same thing. Not
You're
every,
just pushing your
you're
narrative,
making
and you're not
excuses.
going nowhere with it.
Push to
It's
what
just like
narrative?
a
I have
while
no
ago when
narrative
you.
push. I have no
It's just like a
I
while
have no
ago.
game.
It's just like a while ago when you did what you did.
What'd I do?
Everybody's seen who you was. Everybody's
What'd I
seen
do?
you're a sen. Everybody's seen you're a senile. I don't even know.
What? What'd I do? What'd they see?
Let them watch it. I left it up. They can watch it and have her laughs. I mean, that was some funny shit. I tell you. So
No,
Yeah, yeah.
it
Jayla's
is what it
Autumn.
is. So
Jayla is Autumn.
And whatever you
Yeah.
see, you're just see that right there, what you're
I'm
doing.
so
Now
confused
your
about
people will
who's
see that
Autumn.
and
What
they'll
is
say,
it? What are we
that didn't
talking
Autumn's
about?
in your chat. She's in your chat, and she's Jayla, and she's hiding
That
under
didn't
the name
happen.
Autumn. The one that
She's in my.
scammed.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
she's
she's
been
in
in
my
your
chat
chat.
right now.
She's
I'm
pretending.
so fucking confused. I thought even got a live going right now. She's not in my chat.
No, in your like normally in your chat every time you have a live, she's in there pretending
Oh,
she's somebody else, but that's her other name.
do
She's
they
scamming.
even comment? Do they comment?
Yeah, they comment all the time. They're working up their next
Okay.
scam, trying to befriend you all. So what if she starts asking for money? Just know it's Jayla. That's all.
Why would
Autumn
Tina,
is Jayla. Okay,
kick
I'm
you
I
out
glad
of
don't want
somebody
Predator
your
Hunter
told me.
the
There you
Nation?
people to
go.
get scammed. That's all.
Tina kicked you out of Predator Hunter Nation because she didn't like your lies.
I
Kick me
tried
out
it.
of Predator Hunter Nation?
Mm-hmm.
I left Predator Hunter Nation. I
No,
wasn't
you
kicked
didn't.
out.
No, you did not. You did
Oh
not.
my
I
God.
can show you the Facebook post where Tina says Ernie is not with us anymore. I couldn't co-sign with his lies and his bullshit. It was something about jumping out of a Hummer.
That absolutely says that it kicked me out, right? You
Why
are
would
so
Tina
fucking
lie?
clueless.
Why would
You
Tina
take
lie?
words in the way that you want to interpret these words.
Are
That
you
does
in
not
Predator Hunter
say
Nation?
we kicked Ernie out of Predator Hunter Nation.
Mhm.
No, that is
Why would
not
Tina
what
lie?
happened. That shows you how much you know. You sit there and you
What?
listen to anything and everything that's fucking
I
got
listen to
out
your
there,
good
and
friend
you grab
Tina
a
say
hold
it.
of it. you do just like everybody else. Before you do your fucking research, you put it out there on the internet where everybody else can see it. I've seen your bullshit. I've got your screenshots. I've seen some fucked up things from you. You're an idiot. You have no fucking idea on even what you're talking about. You are the most fucking clueless, fucking mindless, zombie X-rated, whatever the fuck. You have no brain. You have no common sense. You have nothing, but yet you think that. You sound like the fucking micro machines, fucking like you're doing some kind of you're having an auction or something, and you're going for the highest fucking bidder. Why don't you shut the fuck up, or at least talk where people can understand you? It's that simple. Now, see, I did that with a smile.
But she's not swearing at you. That's kind of mean.
But I'm fucking sick of this
I can
fucker
see it.
asking me the same shit
I can hear you.
over and over and over and over.
I
Oh,
understand.
that's not real. That's not real. That's real. No, it ain't. I don't even know. No, I'm not acting dumb. Simple.
I understand your anger, but just please try not to swear at her if she's not swearing at you, unless she wants to swear at you too. I'll leave that up to her.
Fucking ignorant. Okay, I understand that. Now, I've got real shit to do. Unlike you all on the motherfucking internet, none of you all have ever showed anything you all do that's productive. I am. I'm the one that shit's always about, and I'll continue. I'll continue doing and fighting the good fight. You don't have to know everything I'm doing. I'm getting ready to solve 2 murder cases. Watch and see.
Good luck
I'm
to that.
out.
I hope you do. Where's Constance? What happened to Constance? Where'd you go, Constance? I don't know what happened. Let me see. Oh, please give me a moment. That didn't go as well as I was hoping. It started out kind of all right. Let's see. Constance, did you fall off? No need for swearing though, okay? Oh, I already put a link in the chat. I don't know what. Okay, she jumped off. Did she leave? Oh, her phone might have died. That's true. I didn't think that was very nice. That wasn't a nice way to end things. She probably got tired of him cussing her out. That I don't think she would have rage left. She doesn't strike me as she holds her own. I mean, but he did come over here. He came over here and they came over here, and I'm not being rude or anything. I hear people's side, so just remember, you started the swearing, but I didn't say anything bad. I don't think she was trying to. But yeah, I didn't think that was very nice. You're not blocked. Wait, I understand I'm being blocked. No, you're not. What the hell just happened? That got ugly really quick. Yeah, I would like Constance to come back. But maybe she'll plug her phone if that's her. That's what I was thinking. I didn't want to say that, but... well. Yeah, that was at the end. Well, that's what... We came over here because over there, when we were trying to talk earlier, a couple people were yelling over us the whole time, so she couldn't say what she wanted to say. Yeah, that's true. I should have. I've just letting him finish his sentence. I mean, you can all make your own judgment about what you saw and take what you will from that. Some might think it's rude. I thought it was kind of rude. Hey, Magic Mouse, you missed the ugly. 2 on a panel is never good. I was hoping Leslie might come up. Yeah, that was weird. Leslie was killing me with her "I'm gonna kick your ass" comment. I was over here dying. Trying to kill me up here. So all this time, while all this drama is going on, for anyone that smokes cigarettes, I've been out for the longest time, and I'm just sitting here going, motherfucker. And I just had to say that. But somebody's literally backing in my driveway right now with cigarettes, so that's pretty cool. Could have used that a few minutes ago. Frig, what the hell was that? Yeah, I don't think Constance is going to open any emails, but, basically she came here to finish talking. We couldn't talk over there. Like, I don't know if any of you were over at the channel earlier, but a couple people kept yelling at us. We just went up peacefully. I went up originally because D-Boss was getting yelled at, so actually I was helping her. And then it was somebody else. Oh, All Things in Life. And then it became Constance. And just one moment, please. I got to mute. So apparently my cigarette delivery was not a cigarette delivery, so I'm going to my store next door to my house. So that's all good. Guess I gotta take a drive. I need some keys. Pardon the dog toenails. He's very excited to see his dad. I'll just leave him here so I can be real fast. All right, never mind. He's coming. My dog wants to go. Now, I don't know if Constance is coming back. Should we stay on this? Should we go to a different one? Oh, there you are. Yeah, I thought maybe your phone died because it was too weird that you both left at the same time. Come on, Duncan. Come on. Just gotta get my dog. Get in the car. Well, that was not a very nice ending, Constance. Your phone died. I have a charge, but you know what? I might lose connection for I literally live 4 houses away from a little store, so there's one little spot where my phone might go out the service, but I'll be here. Let's see. Fluffy, you guys were killing me. Some of these comments. I knew you wouldn't be able to, but I can't help it, Leslie. I was kind of thinking it would have been cool if you came. I couldn't help it. I was trying, Savannah. And I don't even, I was mad before, but I'm not even so mad. Like I went on the panel earlier on his panel. I didn't think anyone would be mean to me. I have what I would consider friends there, at least I think, some of them. And I wasn't trying to make anyone mad tonight. I truly wasn't. I didn't have to be inviting to let anyone up. I don't know. Can you guys still hear me? Oh, my seatbelt. The bottom line is I didn't have to let anyone up, but I did. It's not like I have any maybe a little bit of ill feeling. Not gonna lie. Lulu's here? Which Lulu? I lost one of my other Lulus. I can't find her anymore. Hey, Lulu. I don't know what happened to the orange Lulu. This is the butterfly Lulu. Whatever happened to the orange Lulu and Cracker Jack? That's what I want to know. I think Mama T has her number. All right. See, I'm already at the store. Can you guys still hear me? I thought he was bringing them to me. He didn't even bring them. Oh, hell. I gotta count these bills. Yeah, that's what it is, Sammy Joe. You were right on with some of the things you were saying. Just one moment, I'm counting some money here. Alrighty. I can't believe I was a referee, kind of a ref with no cigarettes. Look at that. Oh. Yeah, that was really weird how that happened out of nowhere. It's like a snap. I guess he got sick of her. Anyways, I guess I could leave it on. No, I'm gonna mute it for a second. I'll be right back. The store is 4 houses away from me. Oh, I gotta get my change actually. Is it enough? Thank you. Oh yeah, that's fast. I got Dunkin' Donut. I got everything I need right here in a walking distance, but I don't want to walk. Sugar Pie, did you see the video of me? Oh, I didn't get to watch your. I started watching a little of your show last night, Jimbo, and I fell asleep because I have to get up early to do my son's meds. I have an alarm set, so I can't do the late night ones, and I didn't get to watch the rest of it. I only saw a little at the beginning. Yes, please take warning, everyone. A couple of us tried to tell you, like, I don't want to see some of you guys get scammed. The tactic is she'll befriend the subs and kiss your butts. So you know what I mean. I don't even want to be mean to her either, but the truth is, then she'll ask you for money. And many people had to block her on their Cash App because she was sending requests to them. And some of the people that were just here for Ernie can verify that because they were getting Cash App requests. Jayla is Autumn and JaylaRob.com for over close to $1,000, okay, and other things. Leslie, someone said she was Elizabeth too. Who's Elizabeth? I can send you a dog. I've never got a Cash App from anyone here. I've never put it up. It's all right. That would be funny though. If you send me $1, Jimmy, I'll probably send you $1 back. Let's see. Oh. She was I was a lightning tiger. Whoops, I did that by accident. There's some past lightning tigers in here. Hey, I wouldn't care if there's some present ones. Some of them are nice, but I understand when you're on that side, like, because I was on that side of it too, that you want to protect and everything, because I did the same thing. So I understand where they're coming from when they get mad at the same time. So I kind of almost don't take it personal because I've been there. You know what I mean? So hopefully they don't like hate on me and stuff because I understand at the same time I understand where they're coming from. All right, I was a tiger. I'm gonna smoke this cigarette. Damn. You said hi to her the other day in chat. No, you didn't. Did you say hi, Jayla? Oh my gosh. Constance. I've been exiled. Yeah, you guys, that was a whole crazy thing, huh? Oh, Constance is back. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm
So
not
how
good
did
at
he end it? How did he leave?
I'm not good at this. So I just sorry about that. I was so wrapped up into my cigarette.
How did Ernie leave? What'd he say?
Oh, you didn't hear the ending?
Mm-mm.
Oh, he was swearing up at you and shit.
I see. He getting mad at me just proved I touched a nerve. I mean,
Something changed at the end, and you both dropped at the same time. So I thought you almost did a rage quit for a minute, and then I'm like, she wouldn't.
mm-mm. No. Tina made a post, and I'm trying to find the link. She made a post where she says, Predator Hunter Nation took a vote, and they booted Ernie's ass out because they couldn't go along with his bullshit lies and stories. And that's what he got mad. Now, I didn't make that up.
Oh,
I didn't see it from a hater channel. I heard it from Tina's own Facebook page. And I'll mod me up for a minute and I'll get the link to it. And people can see Tina say it in her own words. Now, he gets mad at that because he wants to say he left Predator Hunter Nation. And that's not how it was. Yes, Tina's still his friend. I think Tina cares for him. She doesn't want to, publicly embarrass him, have a beef, but that's exactly what happened.
thank you, Charlie, because I'm trying to fight the chat segregation. So I'm trying to have other people like. I understand where you're all coming from as tigers. So yeah, I hope you don't hate.
Charlie, you attacked me today in Ernie's chat though, and I've always, got along with you cool. But you were saying some foul words at me, and why? I mean, I'm not putting out anything. I'm just asking for the man's credentials, verify it, and what he has posted himself. So I don't know. I'm not making anything up.
No, he was swearing at you some nasty shit at the end.
Yeah, I'm sure he was, because it touched a nerve.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not. Most of the time, he can say that either I'm an ex-girlfriend or a mod that didn't get attention, or I'm with this camp or that. I don't have any. I'm not affiliated like that.
Yeah. No, I understand totally where you're coming from, and I understand where the Tigers are coming from and defending him. So it's kind of weird. I've been on both sides. I can think from a objective view. I'm good at that shit. I always, when I'm trying to think of something, critical thinking, I take myself out of it and try separate, and I look from both sides. Some people don't do that. I look from both thought processes to see where they're coming from, because that helps figure shit out. You know.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's why I've always liked you and got along with you. And, and when I was saying, Sarah, can you explain it better? I mean, I just don't know. And I understand loyalty, but people need to understand loyalty doesn't mean blind. I mean,
Yes.
I don't ever want anybody to ever be so loyal to me that they make excuses or overlook or ignore something I do foul. I mean, just don't ever do that. Don't ever. I don't want to be ever a turtle king, a lion king, a tiger king. I don't want people to put something in their name. I don't want a clique. I don't want a club. I don't want a group. I don't want a crew. I just want somebody to come watch me. And then when you're done watching me, go on about your business. You don't owe me any loyalty. You don't owe me any family. We're not, if you think of me that way, and I'm glad that's great, but don't ever click up with, because that's where all this drama comes from.
This is how
And
you
it's not
do
the
it.
creator that gets hurt, it's the subs.
This is how you do it, Charlie. Now, Charlie's a tiger. Charlie says, I was just asking where your credentials. That's all. I was not violating, never cursed in chats. And that's how you do it. You got to, if you want to actually learn something, you have to ask and be willing and receptive to listening,
Charlie, what credentials do I need? Am I out here saying that I'm executive director of Rescue Our Children? I don't need credentials. Am I out here saying that I'm collecting money and giving it out? What credentials do I need?
Right. That's the part that people I didn't think could comprehend what you're trying to say. Like, you're not the one presenting this and that. If you're presenting it, people are going to ask, just like present your home. If you put too much about your personal life out, then that leaves that open for attack when people are pissed. Now you've sent them pictures of your family. Now they know your address. You take a risk when you do this shit.
Anybody that asks you to be a mod and requires that you send them a driver's license or add them on Facebook or get your personal information, for one, you all have seen what he has done with that personal information. Same with Bullhorn Betty and JLR. You have seen what they did with your personal information. Why would you give, and I'm not making this up, you all have seen it with your own eyes, what he has done with your personal information.
Yeah, I never had to do that. License stuff was before me. When I never was asked to do that. That was a little before me for the other sets of mods, I guess. If it happened, I can't say I didn't see it, but I remember it coming up in conversation.
Yeah, and this last time it was, really, he's like, I need to see this and this. And no, you don't need it. Charlie, you said, but Ernie was showing you, and in my opinion, you never accepted it. You're right, I didn't accept it. I've seen all that. He has all that on his Facebook. I've seen it. Just because I see his copy of a certificate doesn't mean it's valid. They can be faked. What I was asking him for was, show me like when I call them, all but one of them, I think two of them, they said I had to have Ernie's permission, to like the National Guard. You cannot find out if somebody served in the National Guard without the permission. So what better grift than to say you're in the National Guard, because it can't be verified. There's no way you can verify someone's service without their permission. So hell yes, I'm in the Guard.
Oh, right. Come up in conversation. So some people are accusing him. I'm just trying to figure this out. That picture might have been photoshopped. Is that's what he was saying? I think that's what some people are saying.
Yeah, and it could be. It's very well known. He's acting like, is this photoshopped? Ernie, you know for your damn self it can be photoshopped.
There are ways
it can be photoshopped.
There are ways to tell, but you need certain software where you can actually, they do this when they're doing investigations. They can run some software on it to tell. But
Yeah.
You and I wouldn't have stuff like that.
Yeah. But see, his followers look at that and say, yeah, he was in the service. Yeah, he was this. Yeah, he was this. That's great. If you want to blindly follow him, great. I'm not going to do it. He says he's rescuing our children. He's holding himself out to be a teacher of general awareness, situational awareness, and the man couldn't even be sure to have enough gas. in his car or a flat tire, you know, he just puts himself, he has the damnedest luck for somebody that is so generalist awareness and situational awareness. I don't want my daughter out here searching on the internet and come across this and say, oh yeah, Ernie, you know, this, show me your credentials, Ernie. You say you've made this big thing. I said, where's your syllabus? Everybody that teaches a class or teaches anything has a syllabus, a
Drink class.
guideline.
Yeah.
Yeah. Show me your syllabus, Ernie. You can tell everybody you teach general awareness all you want to, that, you know, and people can blindly follow you. I'm not one of them. And when I see the tears that you've caused and the pain and this mass chaos from, I mean, it's like a atomic bomb. You know, I've seen it. So yes, I'm not going to blindly follow you. And anybody that blindly follows you and believes those certificates and all that,
I thought too much. I never thought too much about that, but I know that I probably said some mean things that I regret. When I was I guess a harder core tiger, you know, didn't even look into the Asia or China thing, and then I actually went and read their stuff, and then it hit me, you know, when, you know, after I got ditched and everything, and I felt really bad, you know.
Scatabout says, so are you going to research any of these other creators and where their money is going that is donated to them? For one, yes. If you see my channel, yes, I'm real deep into Bullhorn Betty and Dolly and Andrew Hiltz. Yes. But how many, there's only so many hours in a day. Should I be required to research every one of them just because I'm doing Ernie? That's like trying to take the, you know, so what? What if I didn't invest into anybody but Ernie? Does that negate what Ernie's done?
I don't understand what stuff came into it, where that came up.
Yeah, does that make what Ernie's doing any more valid? Does it make his credentials valid if I only,
I lost you for a
listen to him?
second. I'm waiting for my service to come back. Hello?
Hello, can you hear me? Yeah.
Sorry, there's one little spot.
Anybody that is executive director of anything should have no problem.
I missed the Andrew Hill stuff, though. I don't know why that came up.
Oh, well, that's just somebody that, you know, I've covered. That's Hunter's dad, you know, in the Somewhere Else case. Yeah, that's Hunter's dad.
A while. He used to be on a lot.
Yeah, and Charlie knows me from Andrew, you know, and Charlie used to support Andrew. Andrew only came to YouTube. He'll say it was to protect his son. He couldn't have done more damage. He did more damage to Hunter than anybody. What did he do? He used Hunter to get money.
Oh,
yes. Yeah. Well, then you better get off there. Okay. He used his connection to Hunter to get money.
Yeah, that's what people said.
And that's horrible.
Yeah, it is.
When his net bill was due or this bill was due, and what did he do? He found two very sweet, very, very sweet ladies that supported him. And every time he'd come on there and they'd give him money. And you know, because they wanted to. You know, they're like, but my thought was just like with Mama T, give him, you know, teach a man to, you know, give a man a fish and you feed him a day. Teach him to fish and you feed him for a lifetime. Stop giving him money because they you know, Ziggy, they come back for it. They come back. It's too easy. You know, just don't.
It seems to be lucrative for some, but I can't even imagine somebody just saying, "Here, have a cash app."
Me neither. I can't imagine asking. I don't care. I don't care what was due. I don't care what bill was due. No way in hell will you ever. No way. It won't happen because you know what? YouTube wasn't always around. What'd you do without YouTube?
Yeah.
You know, and that's I made that video about Mama T when she said that it was the off season for plumbers. That's why she didn't have money. In whose world is plumbers ever in off season? Every plumber I know has more work they can handle.
I couldn't actually on Thanksgiving of all the days I found a flood in my basement and it just kept going and going. So we had to find two plumbers, one on Friday, Black Friday actually.
And they make good money.
My husband called 10 before we could find one that could come just to we had emergency valve shut off that was faulty, so we couldn't stop the water from pouring into the basement. And
he's in healthcare. I don't know anybody in healthcare that doesn't have steady work, can find steady work, can go anywhere and get a job.
My daughter's in healthcare. She gets bank because all they want is work nonstop, you know, because they don't have anyone.
And how long does she think that people are going to give her $100 a day for a motel room? That is outrageous. I don't know what you should do. I don't know what you would do. But how many times can you expect everybody, you know, and D-Boss, and there's just great women out there that, you know, want to help. But damn, I mean, $100 a night. I can't imagine.
She does seem very giving.
Yeah, and there's so many
Fuck.
people that are giving, which sucks, And people say, well, people are grown ass people. They can do it, they do what they want to with their money. That's right, they can, but they could be doing something else, helping somebody better than your scammy ass.
I didn't did video, to tell you the truth. I just thought you covered Ernie. I didn't even know you
No,
did.
yeah, everybody thinks I just cover Ernie. I even laid off Ernie, but no, I just, and I can't. Everybody says, well, why don't you do BK? Well, I did BK. There's videos on their BK, but
Oh wow.
they have to one, like JLR is boring as hell to me. Justice for All is boring as hell to me. So I just, yeah, I don't, I can't even watch them. They have to have, I don't know, meet something inside me, the foulness of it, I guess. I don't know, but I can't cover everybody. I can't, and I shouldn't be expected to. But that whatever I don't cover doesn't mean that Ernie is great or Ernie didn't fraud. Y'all know he did, and you can see it with your own eyes.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't know. She had all the people living in her house, and I know how court works here. Your landlord tells you have to move. That landlord has to go to court, and he has to get you a 30-day notice in court. He puts that 30-day notice on your door. If you don't move in 30 days, that landlord has to take you back to court. Once you go back to court, the judge tells you how many days you got.
I had somebody in my family that couldn't get their tenants out for over a year because of
Yes.
the word.
Yes, and when the judge tells you have so many days, a judge is going to give you 30 to 60 days. When that judge gives you days, that's when you have to move out. They have plenty of time to
Oh, sorry.
find something.
Jimbo wants a link.
So I'm not, but that doesn't, I feel bad for Mama T. I hate, I would go homeless I couldn't give up my animals. No way. People say give up your animals. I couldn't. No way. I'd live under a bridge. But
I had to live in a hotel a lot as a child, off and on. It's not hotel to hotel, shelter to shelter. It wasn't good. It wasn't good at all. In between.
And what did they do before YouTube? If YouTube wasn't here, what would she be doing?
What? Huh? What's that? Sorry,
What
my alarm.
if YouTube wasn't here for these people to pay their bills, like the cable bill and the light bill and all this? What would you do? And there's just so many more worthy causes than grown ass people can't, pay their own bill.
Yeah.
And Ernie says, well, I gave away $3,000. That's great. And the people that support you will say, see, Ernie gave away $3,000. I guarantee you he collected $5, or, as an example.
Right. I see what you're saying.
Where did he get the 3,000?
Exactly.
Not working, it's coming in from people giving it to him. So it's just, it's not, he says his money. I guess it is his money when people give it to him. But it ain't he's going out there breaking his back or, working fingers to the bone. He's taking in money under false pretenses, and then turning around and making himself look like he's doing something wonderful.
And a verified businessman should have a pattern of employment. You should be able to see, I worked for Trump Towers from this date to this date. I was employed from this date to this date. There's no verifiable, I don't know, he might have worked a day here, whatever. And he says, I did this training and I did that training. You could say that all you went, but like my video says, Ernie was executive producer of this or whatever, and all he got was this lousy t-shirt. He has all these shirts for everything.
Well, you see the shirt of, when he said he was trained the marshals.
Yes.
I don't know about, Ernie, but, when I take a picture with with an accomplishment such as training U.S. Marshals. I take a picture with my basketball players. I don't take an empty picture of me in the gym saying, hey, I was here at Corbin today and my boys showed out, and take a picture of myself. No, take a picture of everybody. That's verifiable. And
there's no friends or family can verify it. Nobody can say, yeah, Ernie was in the, National Guard for this and this and this,
National Guard.
Or the state guard or whatever it is. I mean,
and that's a volunteer organization. You volunteer for that.
And and I'm one of the people that called the Kentucky Colonels because I see what Ernie did on this. And you know what they told me? They said, we don't have any oversight for foul shit. We don't have any because this never happened. I guess we're going to have to implement something. They didn't know what to do. Nobody had ever come and complained about a colonel before. It just didn't happen.
He's unbecoming. He's unbecoming.
Oh. They didn't know how to handle somebody asking about it. You mean like privacy
Yeah,
wise?
I said, do you have like a like a violation, department or something that, oversees this and looks? And she said, no, really what it is it's more like with the Kentucky Colonel, it's more benefits them because the rich men get it and then you donate to Kentucky Colonels and then they give you the title of Kentucky Colonel. So I said, how did he get to be a Kentucky Colonel? Well, the governor of Kentucky had to nominate him. And I said,
another Kentucky Colonel nominates you.
yeah, but they told me that the governor did.
Yeah, the governor approves it.
Yeah, and I said, if the only way you could take back a Kentucky Colonel, okay, the only way you could take back a Kentucky Colonel is if that governor is still in office. And I said, and he said, yes, he's still in office. I said, well, they said, we've never had an oversight committee for violations or anything like that before. And I said, well, why? Can you tell me why he nominated him? Like, what his credentials? Well, I'm sure someone went to Kentucky and said, hey, look at Ernie Shell's credentials. And the man got on there and seen he was executive director of Rescue Our Children. He worked for this FEMA. He did this. See this certificate. He said this. And, nobody's going to take the time. Like, yeah, okay, I'll nominate him. But when you look into it, you can't verify. I verified his bounty hunter license in Kentucky. That's it. And, yeah, that's it. In Tennessee, maybe. Yeah. One of the two. There's one license I can verify.
Yeah, it's Tennessee where he's got a license to be a bail bondsman or whatever.
That was the only I could verify. Yeah. Now, this resume he sent me, I'm okay. Even if I open it, which I don't know if I can get a virus or crap for it, but I'm, just if he's mad at me, he could probably do that.
He's not smart enough to do that. But, I guarantee you it's going to be the same stuff you've already seen.
Exactly.
No contact information on who you can talk
I want to be able to, he said, so these people that I contacted, on Facebook, they said, Mike Huckabee recommended him. I said, Mike Huckabee, you spoke to Mike Huckabee. Mike Huckabee himself spoke to you. They said, yes. I'm thinking, okay. And they said, and the governor of Florida. And then when they started telling me that Ernie was the one they called for the missions that had to be done the fastest because he could get to so here and there in record time, it was almost like he was supersonic or something like that. I'm like, you are just fucking batshit crazy as he is. And you people, you have the title of Rescue Our Children in your name. How do we know some horrible, nefarious shit ain't going on? Because all these people, sorry, Tina, Predator Hunter Nation included, seem to be some batshit crazy people that are supposed to be rescuing our children. I mean, and you can't verify it because the nature of the beast is you don't tell everybody, it's confidential. That sounds legit. But what better grifter to do something you can't verify?
I've seen the shirts on I gotta say I do watch Patty Mayo. I've seen the shirts for sale.
Ernie has had a shirt for, it's on my phone, I can't go back, but it started with the Shell Project. He made shirts for the Shell Project. He made shirts for the hockey mask. He made shirts for Predator Hunter Nation, Rescue Our Children. I don't know, he's damn good. He's a damn good t-shirt maker, Make a shit ton of shirts. But,
I can make you what you want.
You see his pictures. He's got his shirt on and his official gear. It looks like he's really out there doing something. At first glance, it looks like it.
Last night, I thought he was in trouble. I'm not going to lie. I thought something was wrong.
I said, I don't believe the highway runs because you notice, since he got his ass tased, there's been no highway runs. The highway runs, because he was like, to me, that was a grift. And he knew, he could do this stupid shit. But once he got his ass tased, I bet he don't ever have another highway run. He ain't going to take that chance and get that, he ain't going to do it again. I know that, everybody knows about two of them, but I got the police reports for the first one he had in, I think it was at Tennessee, Johnstown or Johnsontown or something like that. I got those papers. So he even did one when he wasn't even on YouTube. So that made me think maybe they were legit. But I wonder what kind of shit he was in trouble then that he had to, do that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Talking about these shirts, I can, I'll see this in the chat. I can make somebody a t-shirt. You want to be an FBI agent?
What you need?
I'll make you one.
I can make some.
Yeah, you want to be Homeland Security? We can hook
And
you
how
up.
dare him talk so bad about Alicia? Alicia She stood up for him, and she's a good woman. And when he came to her, see, and I talked to her, and I let her come out in her own time, and I'm gonna press her. But when he came down there and had her sign for that corporation, she barely knew him.
Oh, he had
There's nobody.
eyes too. You know, he was
Yeah,
like,
there's nobody Ernie, that's close to you that can't do this. You're gonna do this with a strange lady. That should have been. But Alicia was a good person. She seemed the good in him. She was hoping he'd be good. What do you do with it? Nothing.
right.
She sees good in everybody. She's positive.
Yeah.
And every article that he had out there, it was one of them websites that you pay to have your article put out there.
That's what it was. He'd have somebody write the article because he's not intelligent enough, and then he would, pay to have it published.
All the radio shows that he went on and all that, he paid to do that.
Right. I didn't see last night. I didn't see any shows last night or know about them. I didn't know they happened. I only knew about the other stuff going on.
Yeah. Mama.
And Ernie, if you don't hear me say another thing, hear me say this. You are good enough as Ernie Shell from Harlan, Kentucky, period. You have the charisma. You have the looks. You have the gift of gab. You don't need all this other stupid shit that causes the drama. Go out there, be you. Just be you.
Yeah.
And you'll be fine.
Yeah. Let me tell you about his little show where he said he had contracts with the WWE for those wrestlers. Those wrestlers weren't currently wrestling for the WWE, so that's a lot. Those guys are already retired from the WWE and working independent shows. That's why he was able to get them for $500, $600. Why would the WWE let a guy sign a contract for $500 to go work a show for Ernie Shell if they had a guy under contract for a couple $100,000 a year? It's stupid. Ernie's a liar.
But it's just like everybody does. He does it so screwed up. He did have that Diamond Dallas Page, But what did he do?
He didn't pay everybody. He paid Diamond Dallas Page and he paid Jim the Anvil Neidhart. A lot of the other people did get paid and did not get paid. And when he went to court, he spent 30 days in jail for fraud.
See, Officer Rose didn't tell me that. I don't know, because he said that
jail that night. Because you can read the newspaper article. I guess it was Officer Rose.
I didn't
ask him do you have our money? He said no.
Yeah.
So arrest him right
I
then.
read the article. That's how I got Officer Rose's name, and he said that I'm sure he told me that Ernie wasn't charged and didn't have to go to court. But what Ernie the thing was, he was betting on the come. He had the money to pay. He had the money to pay the wrestlers, but it snowed like hell that night. He was hoping, he was counting on the big show, and when no one showed up, then he didn't have the money to pay him.
Listen, there was a lot more than that. He also had advertised he was going to give away big screens as door prizes
and pay the cops. And it was right before Christmas.
Yeah,
it was right before Christmas.
Yeah, he didn't even buy them. It was just a total failure, and it's somebody else's fault. But he went to jail for fraud, spent 30 days, and when he went to court, he was ordered. I've got the documents. I'll send them to you. He was ordered to pay restitution. You don't pay restitution unless you admit guilt.
Officer Rose said that everybody did eventually get paid, but it was, not. And then Ernie says, "Well, I didn't have my PayPal on me."
It was because he had a court order.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they got paid. It was restitution.
And then the hockey mask, he was doing good there. He was doing great there, but he had to do the quick thing, and he screwed that up.
Well, he's never had a successful promoting show. He can't promote.
No, but that one guy did. He said he had bought masks from Ernie before, and he was satisfied with Ernie until Ernie screwed him out of the last one.
Yeah, he sold hundreds of masks, and then he actually delivered about 3 or 4.
Hundreds.
And then, but he only delivered 3 or 4.
Oh, I thought he only missed 3 or 4 and did the rest.
Oh my God, he's been kicked out of every group. And listen, that Hall of Fame, Friday the 13th Hall of Fame. Look it up, find it.
I saw the guy on YouTube, the video the guy did with the collector guy. Yeah. But I thought he gave all the masks except for like 3 of them. I thought the rest. I thought he did.
No, listen, go find that Friday the 13th Hall of Fame.
Wow,
it don't exist. It's in Ernie's brain. There's a YouTube or a Facebook group called Friday the 13th Hall of Fame. But there's no.
That's where I got my
Hall of Fame. He's ignorant. He's so stupid.
You know, it seems like, but everything seems to be, he's got the damnedest luck of any man in the world. If, you know, everything always goes to shit and it's somebody else's fault. That's a red flag right there, people. If something's always happening to somebody,
Yeah.
no, that's not how the world works. It's got to be your fault sometime.
I see what you mean. Yeah.
What about a man that doesn't have a house or doesn't have a car and hasn't had a house or a car or an address or anything for years?
Yeah.
That doesn't raise a red flag? Well, that's because he's a super secret agent soldier that's doing these missions that nobody knows about. Bullshit.
Mhm.
And Charlotte Ann and all them want to get up there and cry. Just leave Ernie alone. Okay, Ernie, be you and people won't come for you.
It's the embellishments that get you caught, kind of.
Why?
And then they don't. Some people don't see that because they're just seeing that from their perspective. They think that people are picking on them because I've been in that side too. Until you know, take a look.
I can tell you, as far as his wrestling ability, that's how I met him. That's how I met him. He pretended to be a pro wrestler and came to one of our events and told me all these credentials and hey, he wrestled in APW or something, you know, and an affiliate with NWA, and he was some kind of champion. And so I let him wrestle, work a show, and he almost got somebody hurt because he didn't know his ass from a hole in the ground. His finisher was a flying elbow. He don't even know how to do it right. He's going to hurt somebody. So next couple of shows, I put him in the ring with somebody that would stretch him. Look it up. Stretch him. We taught him a lesson. And then he didn't work any more wrestling shows after like 3. But he lies his way into everything. And he don't have any actual training to do anything. Like, he asked me to make him a college degree. Oh, and the certificates. I've never made him a certificate. Not a college degree, not one of his fake official documents, never. I made that drug screen because people were coming at him so hard. And I sent the screenshot to Sarah.
Well, I guess I just misspoke. A drug screen or a document or whatever was,
That's the only one. I know, and listen, that's why I admitted to it. But and he didn't use it. I already took care of it.
And I know you're his buddy and everything, but I just don't, he used all that to be even more, to hurt more people.
Well, he didn't use it. I didn't make him any documents.
No, I mean, he used you. He used you. I mean, like you were saying, that he was saying all this stuff and he was on your couch. I just kind of felt like you should have called him out right then.
Pretending to be in the hospital, yeah.
Yeah.
And he made me think, well, if people know I'm here, they're gonna come and attack your family. And I kind of believe it. I mean, I know CPS CPS was called while Ernie was here because Ernie was here. I got
his car. He says it was the trolls that broke his car. Really, Ernie? Really? I mean, I'm sure it could happen, but again, you must have the damnedest luck that everything is somebody else's fault. And if it is the troll,
he told me it was Antifa.
Yeah, just like the judge told Lips, they get off YouTube. Well, I shouldn't have to. You're right. You shouldn't have to, but you're the one that got this deep into it to where people come for you. There's people out there, creators, that nobody knows a thing about it because they don't do this stupid shit. If you're going to do this stupid shit, prepare for people to come for you. Like right now, I know Ernie's going to come for me. I cannot tomorrow and cry, Ernie's coming for me. Fully aware Ernie should come for me.
Yeah, well, that don't mean near as much as it used to. Ernie and his Tigers are about 10 strong. And
any of them. I mean, anybody that gets upset. Bullhorn Betty, she wished I would die. She said if I died tomorrow, she'd have a party. Great.
Who said that?
Bullhorn Betty. You didn't see her drunk night?
Lord.
Yeah, she said if Constance Sue died tomorrow, I'd have a party.
Why
are you so mad at me? Because I use your words. I use your word and I don't twist anything.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's awful.
Don't do stupid shit on the internet.
I've heard of her, but I don't really know who she is. Like I I don't watch their channels, but I've heard of them.
And Charlie, he knows me from Andrew. I'm going to ask you, Charlie, you know me from Andrew. Did I lie about anything with Andrew? And you said you ended up seeing how he was. So why would I lie about Ernie? What motive would I have? I'm not an ex-girlfriend, ex-mod in anybody's camp. I'm not none of that. I seen how he was lying in Summer's case, and I looked into it. That's it.
And that's the thing that drew a lot of attention. That's what drew BK's attention.
Yes.
Ernie pretending to be some kind of damn bounty hunting investigator and going to that racetrack and making a mockery of it.
Yes, exactly.
Him and those idiots that wore all their cowboy hats and boots.
Yep.
PHN. I mean, that was just terrible. It was a slap in the face to law enforcement.
And I never had an issue with Tina until the other day when she said, well, we're doing a big old report right now on Bullhorn Betty's press pass. We'll get that to you when it's out. What report, Tina?
Right.
It's one company on the internet. I've known this for months. It's nothing to have a report about. Why are you acting like it's...
She's like, Ernie, she got reports coming on everybody.
Yes.
Ernie's been guaranteeing he's going to do this and do that for 2 years now, and he ain't done nothing.
Nothing. Show me one thing, Ernie, and it's always the troll's fault, or it's in the background, or it's coming.
People pick it up for him, like, oh, he didn't. People wanted to give that money. Well, the lawyer up money.
Mm-hmm. But that's still coming, Yeah,
right.
That's still coming.
Right. What lawyer does he have on retainer with that $7,000 he raised?
And that's none of your business, because people just be, getting involved in trolls. I just couldn't believe Griff was up there co-signing for him when Griff was one of the first people I seen with Kemper calling out the same thing I am.
Griff's the biggest flip-flopper there ever was.
And you know what? I understand a
flip-flopper. That's the reason why our channel started. We were giving Griff everything we had, and I got a lot. We were giving it all to Griff, and he was ignoring most of it. Like he wanted to go in these conspiracy theory things. Like, no, here's what it is. This is fact. This is what you can use. This you can go with and get him. I think he's trying to be this super soldier, and I'm gonna look into that, looking to see if there's any programs like that. Dude,
oh my God,
dude, wake up! And he wouldn't wake up, so me and Kemper started to stand.
And I loved it when you and Kemper were on the stand. I mean, I loved both. I really did. I thought, and when you guys split up, it was just like when Abby and Tiffany split up. Many of them. I hated Mom and Daddy fight. I hate it. Damn. People. And I don't have to take sides because I'm not in that deep. But people still had to take sides.
It was awful. There was a lot of mods involved in that we had that were going back and forth between me and Kemper. I talked to Kemper every day. And sometimes for hours, not talking, but we send voice messages back and forth. We're still friends. Maybe better friends now than we ever were.
Do you know there's people that don't know who Bernie Smells is? I love Bernie
I'm going to show
Smells.
some videos.
You have to.
I need to unprivate. I'm going to unprivate the one where Bernie Smells versus Jamie.
All of them. Yeah. Bernie Smells was the shit. Hilarious. You see if Sarah like to show one now, because my God, that was the best part of your show is when he would come on there. And I miss Tony.
Ever was right after Ernie got slipped on the ice when he was with that lawyer running around the country. He slipped on the ice and pretended like somebody shot him with a rubber pellet the next day.
I remember that.
He was on Prayer Garden's panel when he did that. He was walking around with his phone. He slipped on the ice and woke up. Started limping. Well, when Bernie Smells did his little skit, he was walking. I took a drink, and he acted like he fell. And I'll tell you what, I about spewed it everywhere. It was just the funniest thing ever, man. It was so hilarious.
I thought we did hand signals. The secret hooks in Tina's tooth with paper in his hat. It was hilarious. It was so funny.
I'll bring them back for everybody that hasn't seen them. I'll put them up.
And I don't want anybody to think I hate Ernie. I don't hate Ernie. I just want Ernie to stop, because I seen, he says, oh, there's all these channels out here, about me. Ernie, you know what you're saying? Do you see how many people that you have hurt? You don't understand. There's real humans, tears, sorrow, crying. But they come to the internet for distraction and for happy. And here, because of whatever, direct or indirect, Real people are crying. Lisa lost a shit ton. Yes, she should have been smarter than that. These are real people. And people look at that don't do YouTube. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? This is crazy. You know what? If you don't control it, it's going to get worse. It's already bad now. And even if it's one more person that gets taken advantage of,
Yeah.
I feel like we need to do something.
Ladies,
And it's not a hate channel.
I'm gonna jump down. I have a live at 10:05. I've got one of my players.
Oh,
On, so
I didn't even realize it was so late. Okay, I think
it's cool. I mean, you can still, you're going strong if you want to keep going. I'm just going to jump down and get prepared a little bit.
yeah, I'll be over shortly then.
But I had fun. Appreciate it. Thank you for allowing me to come on panel, Sarah.
Hey, thanks for coming.
Good talking to you.
You too.
Yep. You too, Jimbo. And people say now, see, I knew she was in Jimbo's camp. No, it wasn't too long ago. I was just like that Puerto Rican lady, and I said, screw Biddy, screw Jimbo, screw Rap, screw all, Ernie, all of them. I thought they were all the same. But
that's the whole thing that I think we need to all try, if we can, to erase calling people so-and-so's people. This is because that's part of the thing that makes division.
Yeah.
Labeling people and causing the division is people are doing it to themselves and each other. Like saying, oh, like me, for instance, Sarah's Jimbo's people. Don't talk to her. No, I'm my own person. I'm friends with him. I go on his channel. Yes, I'm friends. Let me see, Leslie. Yeah, I consider myself friends with her. It doesn't. Why are people being called each other's people?
Well, that's probably their own fault though, because we do know people. We do know people that are their people. Like, there's a core set of Biddy's people that'll always be Biddy's people. When Biddy and Rap split up, they were still with Biddy, and then Rap's got his people, and Nicolita's got her people. That core group.
But then it turns into, oh, I saw so and so over here. She's from Jimbo's, whatever. When I went into another chat and said hi, I got brave enough to say hi somewhere, and then I saw people talking about it the next day. All I friggin' said was hi. That's the kind of stuff that should stop.
And I've seen people say, I don't care where people go, but I've also seen that same creator give the person a cold shoulder when they came back.
I've seen it today. I seen somebody say today on their own panel, I don't tell anyone where to go. I heard somebody say that, and I'm like, wait a minute. I saw you tell one of your subs not to go over there again. Don't tell your people where to go. Let them be free and do what they want. We shouldn't be controlling anybody.
And that just feeds into then when you're green and you're with somebody, if you're afraid of being attacked, people, they want to join because then they feel like this is just like joining a gang. Kids in the hood join the gang so they're not attacked. Well, I'll go over here and sub up to Jimbo, or I'll sub up to Benny, or because that way then I'll be protected by Benny. So they do it as a precaution, too. And that shouldn't be either. You shouldn't have to feel like you are protected by somebody. Just, it's a whole psychology experiment. It really is. People are bored and lonely and they want family. So then it is a family, which is cool. I mean, it is cool, to have like White Rabbit has a trailer park, that is cool. But don't ever get so deep into it that you overlook something, or you feel like you have to take a side or loyal. It's just weird.
Hi, Daisy. Yeah, it's not helping anything for sure. And it makes subs fight with each other too.
And real people get hurt, not the creator.
It is happening everywhere to all of us. Yes, many of us. Definitely.
People either hate me or love me. And people that hate me today will probably hate me tomorrow when I'm, talking about someone they don't like. And then people that love me today, vice versa. I'm used to it. I accept it. I don't,
Yeah. But in the ways, some of the ways we're talking, we're also trying to problem solve in not a vicious attack as some would take it, or some people do. Some people get vicious in their chats and it gets ugly, and nobody's trying to do that here. And anyone was welcome here. I didn't tell anyone they couldn't come. I don't care. Come on over or whatever. I don't want it to be like that. I want that crap to stop, because I know that I'm not welcome in some of the chats, and that's bullshit. I didn't do anything.
And you and Alicia, you two are just like, I can't believe anybody would, talk shit about either one of you.
Somebody made, for instance, when Gypsy and I left the Tiger Club, very shortly after, first there was a video done on Gypsy, and then the next day one on me. I'm like, are you serious? I didn't even watch it. But you just said, what could you have even said? What could you have made a video about? But I know I felt like who controlled that person making it, because it was a little too weird that we both left and then there was a video made by somebody else. You know what I mean? For both of us. That seemed like it was a setup. Like that person was put up to it because I had never had a problem with that person. You know what I mean? Oh, are you there?
Yeah, just a second.
Oh, okay. All right, as long as you heard. That's what my take on it was, because there was no reason for that person to do that. I never watched it. I'm not going to feed into it, but I still don't understand. But I mean, whatever.
Yeah, there was no need for Charlotte Ann to get so bitchy today, just, and there's no need for Ernie to get rude tonight. I don't, honestly, just, I hope that I've told him this a bunch of times. I'm just trying to help him be, just be yourself.
I see where you're going with it, but I also see that it's only perceived as attack by some, and I kind of understand from their perspective why, even though they might not think that. I have some friends in there. I don't know. Maybe some of them will get mad because we talked about it, but we're not even trying to be vicious about it. You know what I mean? That's the difference. But I understand where you're coming from for sure.
I'm sure he grew up in a family where he was never good enough, and his upbringing.
Yeah.
But I just want him to know that you are good enough.
Mm-hmm.
You, as you are, Ernie, without
Yeah, he's
extra,
very likable.
you're good enough.
He has the package for this kind of thing, the charisma, all of it.
Yep, you're good enough just as you are. I promise you. I know it's scary to try it. I know you probably don't think so, but I'm telling you, you are good enough as you are.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Alicia, definitely. Oh, and E squared got a lot of bashing. Yeah, exactly. Now she probably feels like she can't go anywhere, and I understand that too. Well, Wendy, you know what? What happened with that? Like, I feel like that might be true somewhat, but I also know that with the whole channel where it changed into different groups of people at one point, like it switched over to different people hanging out there. I don't think some of them would be as welcoming, so that's why I haven't. And I already know that when there was a day that she was calling me to come over there, I was actually very ill. I had I think I had the flu A. I'm only just starting to get well from that. I was very sick, and I didn't know if it's like people were gonna try to trick me or something. I didn't know, you know what I mean? And I know that some people in that chat didn't want me there, even though they
Why
don't.
would Mama T turn on Leslie? I didn't hear all that.
Yes.
But that was horrible.
Yeah. 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 Leslie caught a lot of crap, and people were attacking her, and she didn't even do anything except try to say what happened, and she handled her business. Like she said it 1,000 times.
And that irritates me to see women act like that to women, mothers, fathers.
Yeah.
How could you be so vile? I mean, Ricky come up here yelling at me like that. Man, just they're human. People, they're human.
Because they get passionate. Like I understand where they're coming from. They're passionately protecting what they think needs protecting, but you have to also be able to listen to both sides, if you're going to solve anything, or try to understand where other people are coming from, or it's not going to get anywhere. You can't just name call or yell over people. It's not going to solve anything.
Yeah, that's why you're always so level-headed.
You have to be receptive. And many people are not receptive on here, I've discovered. And if you're going to yell and stuff or get involved in the arguments, you have to feedback. Take some feedback.
And I never ever considered talking an attack. People say you're attacked. We will know that's not true. Or
and Wendy, some people were asked to not go to certain spots ever again. I saw it. I did see it written like when somebody went to another chat, I saw them told not to ever go over there again. But that's just, it's all right. Like what's done is done in the past. I just think people should try to move forward. And I'm not saying I'm perfect or anything either. I participated in some things, but you can only, anyone wants to see a change, because it's been pretty ugly the last few weeks. Make a group effort, I guess.
I want to know how the subs felt when Ernie said that. Guys, I'm leaving. I don't need this anymore. Didn't any of that break
Yeah.
y'all's heart? He just left. He said his exact words, I don't need any of this. I don't need any of this.
Yes.
And I was like, dude, these people fought there. What do you mean you don't need it now? Because maybe you got money, but they're not here. They weren't here because they needed to give you money. They're here because they wanted the family. And now
Yeah.
you're just going to leave them. You don't need it.
Yeah.
That was horrible.
It becomes family to some. Absolutely, it does.
And what do those people do when, like, people, if Ernie would have left? They're just flown. They're just like, man. And they probably never admit. But you got to know, especially the devoted ones that had to hurt.
Yeah, it did. Definitely. You're like, oh, he's leaving for good. Like, what are we gonna do now?
But you want to wish the guy the best, so they're like, "Good job, Ernie." They did. Wish you the best.
Mm-hmm.
But dang, Ernie, how could you be so cruel?
I don't think people realize once they get bigger the power they have. Maybe
They don't.
I think that's the dangerous part. The power you end up having, whether you realize it or not. I guess.
And these are the people that speak out that are hurt. How many people that might be out there that just quietly go away hurt? Because they just quietly go away.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, might be one, it could be none, it could be a bunch.
Yeah, this is kind of right here. Yeah, I put the link out there.
Yeah, you're right, Alicia. And I guess I've never really worried about that, because like having a clip channel, I know it's probably gonna make people mad, but I can't imagine because what do you do when mom and dad get divorced? And then what if you're one of the people that sided with mom and told dad to fuck off, and then mom takes dad back the next day? Well, shit, you just told dad to fuck off. How are you gonna come back after that? Mom and dad are kissed and made up, and you see that all the time when boyfriend and girlfriend break up. And the friend will go cuss them, and then they're back together again. And the friend's like, well, shit, shouldn't have done, where do I fit in now? But if you're a creator, you just have to understand that these are real people that supported you. They didn't have to support you. They weren't forced to support you. They supported you because you wanted to. And you owe them not to hurt them. You don't have to kiss their butt, but you don't hurt them. You shouldn't be hurting them. And if you hurt them, acknowledge it and, take responsibility and don't do it again.
Yeah, Daisy, you weren't around, but that's what I thought was happening earlier. So I ended up. It seemed kind of like friendly. I went up on his panel to try to help someone that I thought that was happening to, and then another person, and then it became Constance. It was just all you. I felt ganged up on at different times. That's kind of why I hung out until I got the boot.
And they're being mean to this, like D-Boss. She's a nice lady. She helps everybody. How you be so vile to her?
Yeah.
The Puerto Rican lady did crack me up, though.
Yeah, that was funny because she was like, I kept trying to hold back from. I wanted to say, and I was like, don't do it, Sarah. Because I was fighting to come out of my mouth was, she's an angry elf from the Elf movie.
Oh yeah.
I managed to hold it back.
But even she was laughing at Ernie, and that's why I say and it was that was entertainment. And
it was hilarious because then at the same time of all the mean stuff, she said she'd be his manager for 30%, and then she went back to hating on. Like, what the hell's going on? He said, "You're not getting the management position now."
I don't know what his purpose Griff served, but I'm sure he thought he served some purpose.
I have never heard her on a panel before. That was something.
Well, I got to eat my dinner. Thank you for having me up.
No problem. Oh yeah, I guess. Anyways, I didn't expect we'd all be chatting so long. I'm going to like how am I gonna get her over so she can finish speaking without getting screamed at, for frig's sake.
Thank you.
No problem. I'll see you around on the streets. I guess I'm gonna probably go to Jimbo's. And yes, absolutely, Wendy. You missed a lot. Sometimes I feel like it's good, but there's been a lot of stuff going on the last few days for sure. And absolutely, yeah, that was confusing to me with the whole split. But now there's another split that started yesterday, which will affect a lot of subs, unfortunately. I think a lot of people are impacted right now. Kind of like how we felt before. I guess I should probably leave now. Yeah, it can be. Oh, do I have some? Oh, Leslie, I'm sorry. Come back. I forgot. Damn it. Nope. Hold on a minute. Leslie, I suck at this. I have one more person. I'm sorry. Try that again, Leslie. I suck at this. I went to put you on, and I think you had just dropped off because you probably were waiting too long. I'm very sorry. I can't tell all the time when somebody's back there. It's my ADD. I'm just gonna wait 1 second and see if Leslie wants to try again before I end it. I'm sorry about that. Oh yeah, anytime. Just gonna give it a minute because Leslie. We don't want to piss off Leslie. She's about to whoop someone's ass. I don't know if she left. Left. Let's see. Leslie, where'd you go? I wonder if she left to Jimbo's. I'm just gonna give it another minute. Sword fight. Yeah, you're brave, Fluffy. You go in a couple different chats. I've actually seen you. I almost said something to you the other. I don't know if it was last night. I had all I could do, but I was like, "Don't comment in here." I almost said hello to you. It might have been Raps chat because it was cracking me up. You gonna go over to Jimbo's? I think I'm gonna guess that maybe Leslie went there because I don't see her. I just wanted to give it a minute because I screwed it up. Yeah, it was Fluffy. I was actually cracking up and I wanted to say hello to you. Oh, I missed that. I missed that show. I was supposed to go to that. Is it over, Gypsy? See, I never planned to stay on so long because I wanted to be in that, but he's rescheduled it a few times. I can't believe I missed that one. I hope he keeps it up. I don't know if I could ever say anything in there, Fluffy, without getting what do you call it, blocked or whatever. Oh, it's still going. Well, so I got 2 different chats. Let's see. I'm just making. All right, Leslie's not here, so I'm gonna go. It looks like the stand is just starting, but I'll browse the other one and go to the stand, and I'll see some of you there, I guess. And have a good night. And who knows? Maybe I'll come back tomorrow. And see you all later. I guess that would happen to me. I don't know if you say a lot though, and no one seems to mess with you when I'm over there. I can't help it. Some of the things are funny now. I'll see you over there. I keep saying bye, and then I don't leave, but now I'm saying bye. Bye.